So guys, I think I'm live. I can see a few of you guys are waiting already. Thanks for that. I do appreciate it. So you guys who've watched my streams before know the drill. I sit here and talk. You guys talk, and yeah, we'll just see what happens. You know, there's been a few times when I've done these live streams and I've had something in my mind to talk about, but some of the best ones have actually been where we just switch on and we just start talking and we just see where it goes. Hey Jason. Hey Rise of King Fresh. Yo, good to see you. It is Saturday afternoon here in the UK, 1:31 PM. Hey Norlis. Hey Abe. It should be a little bit more livelier than the other day. When I streamed the other night on Thursday night, it was about 1 in the morning, and you know, the last half an hour was very tired, so I don't think it was the most entertaining. But today, I normally only have one coffee per day, but I've had 3, so I'm either going to be lively or I'm going to have heart palpitations and drop dead. So hopefully it's the first one. Hope you're all doing well. 5 AM for Abe Flo in California. Hey Libertas. Hey Ride. Is that, am I pronouncing that right? Raid or Ride? Not sure how to pronounce that. So it's been an interesting week with the MT Gox thing and with you know, the value of Bitcoin and all that going down. It's funny though, because I notice it myself on my YouTube videos and the comments, and there's always someone who, you know, 1 or 2 people that will say something negative about cryptocurrency even though they're not involved in it. And they always seem to come in groups when Bitcoin goes down. It's almost like an I told you so group of people that turn up and say, told you, it's a waste of money, you're wasting your money. But what people don't understand is that the market goes up and down all the time, and it only really matters if you're cashing out. If you are, you know, opting to cash out this week, then that's a pain. But other than that, we'll see the coins, you know, go back up over the next few weeks. He Hitch, he Tyler, Norlis, Gergley, Atia. Thanks, Tyler. Crypto Caffeine King. You know what? I don't actually drink that much coffee. I didn't have my first coffee until it was like 31, 32 when I was in Colombia. They call it Tinto there. I'd never had coffee, and I'd only had a few cups of tea. But you know, I kind of drink 1 a day now, normally with lunch. Oh, UK. Oh, is there 2 people? We've got a 2 for 1. Safina and Gergley. I'm sorry, I know I'm pronouncing that name wrong. Fritz, what are your thoughts with Bitcoin private? I'm still positive about it. I mean, the price is obviously low, but I think that is to be expected this week when you consider that it's only launched in 2 exchanges that have got very low volume, and the fact that everything is down. Like Bitcoin Gold is down, Ethereum is down, everything is down just now. So I think we should see Bitcoin private rise once it's been added to HIT BTC, KuCoin, perhaps Bitchex, perhaps Binance, etc. Norlis, the naysayers are quick to gloat when the market goes down, but they don't say too much when it rebounds. I have found that as well. When like you guys, like you probably know by now, I've got a second YouTube channel, which was always, you know, my main channel, and it was the one that I talked about technology and games. And I did about 15 videos or so about cryptocurrency, and it seems to have alienated, well, not, you know, I'm quite lucky. I've got a core a bunch of supporters on that channel, the people that support me through thick and thin. But there was a few people that were kind of annoyed at me. They thought it was some sort of anti-gaming thing, and a few people just turned up and said, well, you're going to lose your money. You're going to lose your money. I'm like, listen, I didn't spend all this money on mining hardware without doing research. I wasn't in it to try and break even in 3 months. I knew that if the market went down, my break-even point could go from 3 months to 12 months. But, you know, these guys will be quick to rub it in my face if the market goes down again, but I'm sure they won't do that if, you know, when the market goes back up. Hey, Leonard. Hey, Kerno Jim. Hey, Virus. Any prediction on when Bitcoin private will stabilize and reach higher figures? I reckon it will slowly go up over the next few weeks. You know, I think we're waiting for the bigger exchanges, though. Tyler, what drives me crazy is we know exactly what the market is, why the market is temporarily down, due to the new USA regulations being talked about on exchanges. I haven't actually read too much about that. I know people were talking about the ASIC. Someone said this in a comment. They're like, yeah, it's because of the SEC. And I'm like, what's the ASIC? It's one of those things, you know, obviously I'm based in the UK, so things that happen in America, they're not directly affecting me, but kind of are, because what happens are, you know, when there's regulations being placed on certain coins in the USA, you know, it kind of affects worldwide. We've seen it. We saw this with other countries as well, like Korea and Japan. When something changed, the price went up or down. Yeah, you're right, Jim. It did launch at a pretty bad time. I also think that in hindsight, I would have preferred if the Bitcoin private team didn't go near the smaller exchanges. I think that it causes more problems than anything else. You know, Trade Satoshi really can't handle a lot of volume. Yeah, I'd prefer if they just launched and then maybe later on added them to smaller exchanges once it was established. That's, you know, looking at what's happened, I think that's a better thing to do. Here, Shock, calling all the way from India. I've still not been to India. This is, you know, India is on one of my to-do countries that I'd love to go and visit. Should I keep holding my ZClassic coins until it forks again? I bought at 137. Virus, I bought at 136, 137 as well. But I think you're looking at it all wrong, because I bought ZClassic for Bitcoin private. So the way I saw it was that I bought it for 137, well, some for 136, some for 137. I sold the ZClassic coins afterwards for like $12. So the way that I look at it is, I bought Bitcoin private for $125. Now, in hindsight, if I had known the price would have launched at $60, you know, obviously I would have done that, but, you know, you don't know that. I don't get that. You separate your crypto content if it doesn't interest people. You see that, though. You see, I mean, I've seen that. People seem to always kind of pick a side. I've saw this, you know, I post a video about an Android phone and people will, you know, turn up and say, Android sucks, buy Apple. And you're like, really? You care? Do you think $1 billion company cares about you? Are you really picking sides? The same with the PlayStation, Xbox things. I've got a PlayStation, but I play Xbox down at my friend's house, Xbox One, down at my friend's house a lot, and there's not much between them really. Most of the best games, not all of them, but most of the best games are on both systems. Sir, take my name, ASIC. ASIC, is that how you pronounce it? ASIC Singh. Don't forget Dazcoin. Yeah, I was talking to Daz about that. He was trying to develop Dazcoin. I kind of dropped by the community, but I wasn't hanging out much there, just because every time I turned up I can talk. Every time I turned up to that Discord group, there was just, you know, people swearing at each other and joking, and there was no discussions about cryptocurrency. So I don't know. It was a little bit too off topic, but, you know, I've spoke with Daz. He seemed like a nice guy. Ride, altcoin, all related to Bitcoin. Yeah. A little bit strange. No, we found that right. Everything is still tied to Bitcoin. There are a few coins that when Bitcoin goes up or down, you know, it isn't as affected, but few and far between. Hey Aaron, good to see you. Hey Mr. Z. I'm still going to do a video, Aaron, about Minex. I'll try and do it one day when I get more time. Do you use any crypto portfolio manager generator? No. I don't have a huge portfolio at the moment. I'll show you my. I'm going to do a video about this one day. I'm going to do a video one day about the Economy. This is what I've got in my Economy wallet. I've decided to just mine some altcoins, and this is where I'll stick them. I've got Bitcoin private in a separate wallet, and I've got some other coins that aren't supported by this, but I don't have a huge amount of money right now. Most, you know, I kind of spent the Bitcoin that I had on Bitcoin private. Aaron started streaming when you're getting ready for work. Yeah. Well, the thing is, I mean, I could have done it tonight, but I'll probably see my friends tonight. I could maybe do it tomorrow night. I'll do a stream maybe. ASIC, love you, sir. Thank you. What do you need help with? Just post. If I can't help you, I'm sure someone else will. Leonard Ben, I've added new videos anyway on my channel. Right, I'll see what your channel is, Leonard. and get this here. Knowledge. I'm surprised at how all the same kind of fanboyism and tribalism you get with consoles, computers, has extended to crypto. Really ridiculous and childish. It doesn't surprise me, really. See if you look on cryptocurrency, on Reddit, on, you know, Discord groups and all that, there's a lot of very, very intelligent people involved in cryptocurrency, but there's a lot of people who are, I don't know, like, they come across, I don't know if you say idiots, maybe that's a bit harsh, but there's a lot of people that are trolls that, I don't know, I mean, I read that and I realise, you know, for some people English is a second language, but then other people it's like, you know, you're British or you're American and you're writing like you're a 4-year-old. I don't get it. Hey, Young Sung Man, Tyler, have you heard anything about Ravencoin? Someone sent me an invite for the Discord group for Ravencoin, and I signed up, but I haven't really been checking it out that much. Thanks for answering. Not at all. No, Jim. There's a lot of the tribal coins that get hit hard. It's good for critical support levels. What's your contact number, please? I'm not giving that out. You know, you can send me a message on Twitter, or you can post here. I'm not going to give out personal phone numbers online. You off your head? No problem, Aaron. I'll speak to you soon. I heard a rumour that Monero V-Fork was delayed. It's not a rumour, it's delayed until April 30th, and the price went down because of that. When you think Bitcoin Private will be in Coin Market Cap, I'm not sure. I'm sure those guys are working on it in the background. Opinions on Vincent Briatore. I subscribe to. I've actually subscribed to him on. You know, from when you log into YouTube, I can log into either account, like the one associated with my gaming channel, and the one associated with cryptocurrency, and I'm sure I've subscribed from both channels. I like him. You know, I've not, you know, been a long-term subscriber. I've probably been subscribed for a week or so. I've not caught every single video, but he comes across as a nice guy. He comes across as quite intelligent. Yeah, I mean, I don't know too much about him, to be honest, but from what I've seen, he seems like a good guy. And the videos that I've seen, I've liked. Have been mining Bitcoin private from the start, but no doubt it will ever be profitable to come to mine. Block reward seems so tiny. I mined Bitcoin private for like 4, 5, 6 days or something there. But yeah, like it just isn't the most profitable coin right now. So because Bitcoin private is available at a low price point, it makes more sense for me to mine other coins and then use that, you know, exchange those coins for Bitcoin private. I'll get more Bitcoin private by doing that. Previously, you know, before it had exchange, the price was an unknown factor, so I could take the risk and go, right, if it launches at a good price, then this will be profitable. But since it didn't launch at a good price, doesn't make any sense right now. Got a heap of bread token today, Kev. Never heard of bread token. Do you think XRP will take over? No, but I think it's always going to be one of the top ones, at least in the next year or so. It's going to be one of the top ones in Coin Market Cap because, you know, everyone seems to have Ripple. Too much testosterone. Yeah. I think you're right in all this. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I like to think that personally, the way I want to view all this is that people are so passionate about cryptocurrency, but the way I see it is that if someone's making an intelligent point, even if it's I completely disagree with it, we should be able to have a discussion about it rationally, like adults. But everyone just trolls each other. Oh, you're an idiot, you're an idiot, you're an idiot, or, you know what I mean? Like, it's pointless. Just grow up. Any news on Bitcoin Private? No, although the team has been pretty active promoting it. Suggest me 1 or 2 coins. I'm in a huge loss. The way that you're saying loss makes me think you're investing money that you shouldn't be investing. Just hold. I mean, what coins have you got? I would say that invest in your coins. I don't know. Just pick coins that are good long term. I think short term gains. I don't want to get involved in, you know, buying and selling every single day. That's not what I'm looking to do. Is there a market cap on Bitcoin Private? Not yet. Northern, stop mining Bitcoin private in both rigs. Not going to buy any either. Just going to wait and see what happens. I'm not sure whether to buy any more or not. I've stopped mining as well. The last few days I've mainly been mining ZCash, I think it's been. I think. But we'll see what happens. I was mining Bitcoin Gold, but the pool that I was mining for seems to be pretty poor, the payout. I'm a little bit suspicious. I'm going to take that out my pools. In fact, I'll show you that. I'll show you what I'm looking at just now. Right, hold we on. So basically, I've been looking at different things to mine the last few days. Is this going to show? Right, so there's Awesome Miner, and you can see I've got 11080 Ti doing ZClassic. This one appears to be doing Zencash right now, and this has been pulled from here. Now, Bitcoin Gold is the most profitable, and I've set up an Equihash pool with basically not Hush, but Komodo, ZClassic, Zcash, Zencash, and Bitcoin Gold. So whatever the most profitable is, it switches to that. But when I check my Bitcoin Gold account, I don't know, it just didn't seem to be paying out and what it should have been paying out, so I need to check that. So I don't know whether to remove it from the pool right now. I don't know. I may leave it just now. But, you know, these things kind of change position multiple times per day, so I'm just kind of profit switching between Equihash pools. I'll leave that just now, though. So, to catch up with the comments, and I'm going to show you, Leonard, I'll show your channel in a second. I'm just catching up with the comments, which I'm way behind on now. Sorry. Are you going to get involved in the Monero fork coming up? Thoughts? I don't know. Well, I bought, you know, the Monero. I only had like 0.6 Monero. 0.3 has been lost through Mining Pool Hub, and 0.3 is still in Cryptopia, which hasn't been withdrawn. So if I sold some of my coins, I'd maybe buy some Monero. I'll see. I'll see what happens. Do you think Bitcoin private is worth holding? How high do you think it go in 2018? I don't know how high it could go. I mean, it could go as high as $1,000. It might hover around the $300-400 mark. We don't know, but I think it is a coin that will do better in time. I don't think there's any doubt that, you know, the price just now at $60, in a year's time it will be worth more, personally. Rationally, like adults, this is tech. People are fundamentalist about it. Yeah, for some people it's like a religion. This is, I mean, it's tribal. Everyone wants to belong to a tribe, but sometimes they pick a side, and it's just like, does it matter? Bitcoin private team reported bug fix very quickly. This is one of the things that I think is really sinking in, how important it is to have a team that is behind it. And I realise the guys behind Bitcoin private are the same guys that were behind ZClassic, but the fact that ZClassic, all the nodes and all that are going to be turned off, it shows you that if you get coins in a team that, you know, just doesn't care about it, or they move on to something else, then that coin isn't really going to go anywhere. Knowledge, right, I'll reply to Knowledge, your comment in a second about Mining Pool Hub. Joe King, I'm not into the Apple versus Android pros to both, but Apple's application vetting process is quite strict, and definitely, let's scroll down here, and definitely helps keep you safe from rogue apps, so Apple will be a more secure option. Is it? I don't know. I guess, yeah, getting into the App Store maybe is a little bit more strict. But I mean, I don't tend to use lesser known apps on Android anyway. I tend to use popular apps. I don't try to, you know, a lot of the time you can tell which the apps are a little bit dodgy, and if you look at the comments, you can see that as well. I was going to do a video about that and all this about Mining Pool Hub, but effectively they come back, and I don't agree with what they're saying. They basically said it wasn't accessed directly. It must have been a phishing attempt, and they said it showed you. I mean, I'll show you this in full when I've got, you know, because I'd have to change the. He basically posted like a log, so I'd have to take my IP address off the log so you guys can't see it, and I'll do that in a video. In fact, if I can sign it, So basically, the way it went, the log that they sent was a login warning, has logged in with a different IP, and then my username updated password, and then my username updated coin account details. Then my username requested manual payout, and then authentication failed. Now, he said this is a phishing attempt because they already knew your PIN number. And I said, well, if I had malware on my computer, which my laptop and my PC didn't scan anything, and that, you know, that normally catches stuff. If that was there, why would they only target Mining Pool Hub? Why haven't they targeted my Google account, all my other accounts, my bank accounts, things that have got more money in it? It was only like $100 or so, I don't know if it was $100 or so. Why did they only target my Mining Pool Hub account? And they're basically saying it's just you, it's nothing to do with us, no one else has reported anything. But there's lots of things there that I'm not happy with. The fact that someone logged in, well, it's a VPN address, but that VPN address was from Texas and I'm from the UK. Someone logged in from an IP address from another country and I didn't get as much as an email about it. And then they allowed that person to change a password, change a payment address, and despite the fact that there was authentication with the login at the same time. That's worrying, and they can put the blame on me and say, well, it must be you, because I can't prove otherwise that it wasn't, you know, my account or my, you know, my account, my PC doesn't have phishing. I can't prove it. I mean, all I can say is I didn't have anything on my computer, it didn't scan, it didn't pick up anything. But they're basically saying, listen, it's not us. And I says, well, are you going to compensate me this for or not? And they've not replied. I'm getting the impression they're not. So I don't know. With conviction, can I say it wasn't a phishing attempt? Well, without, you know, installing 5 different malware scripts, how can I say with conviction? But, you know, the Windows Defender didn't pick up anything. The malware program that I used didn't pick up anything. So, and added to the fact that they didn't target anything else. Why, out of all the things that I've got on my browser and my account and my computer, why did they only target Mining Pool Hub? It just doesn't add up to me. So yeah, I won't be using Mining Pool Hub again, and I think I wouldn't recommend anyone else to do so, based purely on the fact that they're not helping me. You know, they're not really doing anything about it in my eyes. So yeah, disappointed in them, because, you know, I always promoted them. I always said they were really good. I don't know, but I mean, it has given me a little bit of a wake-up call to take security more seriously. So I'm going to be spending some money on security things. So right, sorry, I'm going to have to catch up with things here. That's the problem when I start talking about things and going into depth. The comments keep scrolling and I can't catch up. Right, okay, I'm going to make this comment box larger so I can scroll through them all quickly. Right, where was I before? I don't want to miss any of your comments, guys. Stop scrolling. Right, Mr. Z, I still trust the development team on Bitcoin private, but I think low miner reward might be an issue. I agree, it's going to be an issue, and at the end of the day, as much as I like Bitcoin private and I support the team, I can't justify mining a coin that's going to lose me money. You know, I can't. I've got bills to pay. The problem is, my understanding of it is, if they give a higher block reward, it means that they give out the coins quicker. So, which shouldn't be a problem if it does only have 3 or 4 million coins in circulation. But I think they're not going to start putting those coins back into circulation that weren't claimed until like August. But yeah, I think they should up the block reward or something, make it more profitable. And I think that would be good, because more people would mine it, then that means more people would hold it, more people would like the coin, and I think that it could increase the value of the coin. But I don't know. Libertas, welcome to the stream. Are all these people selling low? All these people just now are weak hands. I'm loving these fire sale prices. I'm not loving it. I'm annoyed because I spent all my Bitcoin on ZClassic before, so I've used up all my money, and I'm reluctant to put any more fiat into it at the moment because I still have to pay for my graphics cards. I assume those Equihash coins are all separate pools rather than the mining pool hub algo switch. Yeah, this is something I didn't know this before, Norless. Hopefully you're still watching. I can show you this. I didn't realize that you could set this up, so I'm going to show you. Apologies that for those, I'll answer your comments in a second, but I want to show this, right? So this is awesome miner, right? So the way that I've got it set up just now, I've got profit miners. Now I've got essentially five rigs. I've got 4 mining rigs, but my PC has got 2 1080 Ti's. So for the profit switches, I've got my 2 1080 Ti's, and then I've got managed miners. So these are all Equihash managed miners, and I can just go in and quickly change. Oh, you guys can't see the pop-up. I can quickly change there. Hold on just now. What I need to do, right, what I need to do actually, I'll change it to, right, just so you guys can see the pop-up. Right, so, because it doesn't show the pop-up because it goes directly to the window. Right, so I've got, that was my laptop, just is in the background, but it's kind of pointless. I've got Ethereum miners, and then I've got Equihash miners if I just want to do it directly. Equihash miners, I don't have Ethereum for these ones because they're 1080 Ti's, and those are terrible for Ethereum. But I don't have it set up now. Rather than, I didn't know you could set up, I hadn't really set up any different profit switchers. So the way that I have it set up is profit profiles. I've set up a new one called Equihash Profit Miner. And what I've done is I've only selected, in fact, I don't want that there. I just want so basically I've got DSTM there. And then I've got Equihash there. And then all I do after that is under custom pools, I just select my Equihash pool. And in the Equihash pool, I've only got Equihash coins. It's pretty good how it works, and it will switch between the most profitable coin. That's how it kind of works out. Before I was just using the manual profit switching, but this one allows me to control what I, profit switch between. I can explain it in more detail, Nollis, if you want on Twitter or, somewhere else. Mine Patcoin, the pump and dump coin, jumped straight to number 3 yesterday on CMC. I've not heard of that Patcoin. So someone was asking me to do a video about pump and dump to help people avoid them, but I always think that these kind of pump and dump things look obvious to me that they're a scam. Hi Miguel, will market cap affect Bitcoin private price? It may, but I don't think it's something to worry about, because that has a max circulating supply of 21 million. So in theory, it should be higher. I mean, most of the ones that I've got like a max circulating supply of like billions have a very low price. Hola Quinton, ¿cómo está? Libertas REC, this development team is fantastic. That's why I'm buying more from the weak hands. Updog, that's not the accent I was expecting. What did you expect, Updog? What did you expect someone from Scotland to speak like? Great to buy. Leonard's saying, great to buy ICOs. I spent $2,000 earlier and extremely happy. I've not invested in an ICO yet because people keep saying that 99% of them fail. I don't know if that's the case. This is Leonard's YouTube channel, by the way. If any of you guys, Leonard who's chatting in the stream, this is his YouTube channel. If you guys want to subscribe, if you just search for Leonard Ben, and you can see he's talking about Dazcoin, but it's a cryptocurrency channel. So if you're ending up chatting to Leonard in the stream, this is his channel. I think you can maybe scroll over his username and go to this, I think. Updog, the drops aren't done yet, boyo. You could be right, but I mean, I think, is Bitcoin not rebounded a little bit? Norlis, I think Minipool Hub trying to wiggle out of compensating you is a poor show. It's a relatively small amount of money. That's why I can understand the way they're applying, because it's not like I lost thousands. If it was thousands and thousands and thousands, fine, but it's $100. It's the principle more than anything else. If it was $10, I would have reacted the same way. Or if it was $5. The concern here is that it's not secure to mine there, and someone who's got mining hardware and is more than likely going to buy more mining hardware in the future, it seems silly for them to alienate me and just treat me like crap. But I mean, I'm sure you'll find out with a lot of pools that, you know, the support is non-existent. I'd like to think in this instance, you know, considering that, I mean, they're trying to put the blame on me, saying it's a phishing attempt. I don't know how it can be a phishing attempt if nothing else on my computer has been compromised. Why would it only be mining Pool Hub, something that I hadn't logged into any time recently? It just doesn't make sense. I don't know. But regardless, the fact that they're just saying, hey, listen, it's your fault. Well, fine. I'll happily lose the $100 and not use them again. If that's the case, it's, you know, it's no skin off my nose. But obviously, you know, it's hard for me to ever recommend the site now if that's the way they treat people. I saw good muscles. Right, okay. Irish, no, I'm Scottish, although I've got an Irish name. Did you use malware bytes? No, I use Windows Defender. I downloaded another one. I normally run a malware scan and then remove the program because it always pops up telling you to get the premium version. But these malware software things, you know what I mean? They run it and they say, we've caught this, we've removed it. And then you install it again and it says the same thing as there. And you're like, right, what's there? Bitcoin private is listed in Annex. Yeah, it is. And apparently their volume went from $30,000 a day to over $1 million. Don't they get a mining fee again for Bitcoin private? Surely upping the block reward would give the development team more funding anyway. They've got a mining pool, which seems to go down a lot. Yeah, but I think what they had the mining pool set up, it was 0% just now, then it'll go up to 1.5%. I reckon if they drop it down to 1%, I would happily mine there than other pools. Norless, I've not configured mine like that. Give me a buzz if you're unsure about how I've set it up, if there's anything you're unsure of. I could even do a Q&A one day about Awesome Miner. But obviously in a live stream, I'm trying to avoid giving away like addresses or like emails and stuff like that. So yeah, I hate having to edit a video and blur it. It's a pain in the ass to blur things. Takes time. I prefer to just record videos and upload them. Hey Ox, good to see you again. Anything O Scotland? Yes, O Scotland. ICOs mostly scams. Yeah, well, for the money you spend in an ICO, sometimes I'd rather just buy a cheap coin that I think could do well. I currently only have the standard edition of Awesome Miner, so that's a max of 4 miners. Looks like you've got the deluxe version. That's another thing, like, I mean, I didn't really say to the Mining Pool Hub guys that, you know, oh god, I've been showing 2 cameras here. You've been getting me in double vision here. Sorry about that. One's bad enough. The guys from Mining Pool Hub, it's kind of short-sighted because people that have been treated, any service, any product, if you treat a customer well, they will happily go and tell other people, you know, they'll promote the fact that they were treated well. And if you treat them badly, they will speak 10 times as loud. You know, I've had, you know, with my discussion forums, I've got a small registration fee, and I've had people sign up and went, oh, this isn't what I want it to be. I want a refund. And I've just went, there you go. Boom, there's your refund. What am I going to do? Argue with them for, you know, weeks on end? It's $10 or whatever. There you go. And, you know, that kind of thing actually saves you money, and it actually promotes you better if you just treat people, you know, give them good customer service. And that's one of the reasons why I can always recommend Awesome Miner. I emailed the guy the other day about setting up that way that I showed you in all this, and he replied within a few hours and explained exactly how I set it up. You know, and he's always updating it. So, you know, they don't have an affiliate program. I'm not making any money by promoting them. Although I did mention one of the emails, I was like, listen, I'd love to do a promotion for you guys and, you know, give a discount to my subscribers or a competition or something. But he kind of missed that part and didn't reply to it. But Awesome Miner is amazing. It is awesome. As far as which one, Knowledge says he's got the 4 miners one, which this one, right? This is the one I've got, the 20. So I've got this one. So I've got is it premium? I've got the premium edition, and I've got the cloud mining service. So the cloud mining service is like $10 a month I pay. The reason I like this one, I don't really use the performance history. I like this because of the large scale GPU overclocking. I can, as long as I've got, what do you call that again? Where is it? MSI Afterburner. As long as I've got the remote version of MSI Afterburner, I can remotely adjust my GPUs, and I can adjust like all of them at one time. So it's pretty good. KuCoin is still down. Has it been down? Offline or just not Bitcoin private? We are spoiled for choice on coins, Kev. They're all on sale right now. Yeah, that's the thing. It is the time to buy, not sell. Leonard is Irish. I think, did you say you were from Belfast, or am I making that up? Or did you say it was Limerick? I was talking to a few different people from Ireland the other day, so I can't remember. $100 is still money. You spend your time and electricity cost to mine. I would be upset losing the fund. Yeah, you're right. I mean, I don't want to lose the $100, especially when I lost it. Monero was actually higher price, so it was more than $100 at the time. It was like 130, 140. Obviously, the price has went down a little bit. It's more the principle of the fact that I'm going to be mining, and I was mainly switching between NiceHash and Mining Pool Hub. And I was, in fact, for a couple of weeks, I was just using Mining Pool Hub alone and just auto-converting to coins. Well, at least for a week or so after the donation fund. But at the end of the day, it's more their response. They reply like every day or so, and just they don't. I don't know. I just think, you know, when they're making money from you, I know it's not a lot with the 1% fee, but at the very least, I'd like to think that. I mean, they didn't even email me. There was no email that someone from another country logged into my account. There was no email saying that you've updated your password. There was no email saying that that they've changed the payment address, and there was no email saying that there was an incorrect login. Like, what can I do at my end? You know what I mean? You can blame it on me all they want, but at the end of the day, I need some feedback from them telling me that my account has at least been accessed, because I was online at the time. I could have checked my email and got on in seconds and changed it all. I think I'll continue with Mining Pool Hub only long enough to get enough of a balance to justify a cash out, then bail on them. Moving forward, because of what happened with Mining Pool Hub and all this, I think my thinking on this is completely different now. I don't think I would use Mining Pool Hub or Supernova or any pool that lets you sign up with a username and then store your money in a wallet. I think I have to use a pool that automatically sends all your earnings directly to your wallet, so that you can't lose. There's nothing that can be changed. There's nothing that you can't be hijacked. And then it goes to my account, which is obviously, you know, secure. So I would never make that mistake again. You know, I've learned my lesson, regardless of how that happened, whether it was a hack or what, I don't know. But regardless, I'm not doing that again. I'm not going to use anything like Mining Pool Hub, especially after the way they treated me. But, you know, from a security point of view, it doesn't make any sense. It's better, you know, like the donation fund, for example, or like I've been using mining speed. Once you hit the minimum balance, boom, straight to the address. You can't change it. If you change your address, you'd have to mine enough for that address to get paid. You know, that's the way it should be. If you want to see a pump and dump, check out BitGem in the last 2 days. Right, okay, 11, I'll check that out. I'm a bit behind in the questions here, guys. I do apologise. If I go on a rant, I'm always like, the comments are still going down. I need to kind of catch up. So 11's talking about this. BitGem. Whoa. Nice find, 11. That's insane. Yeah, that's manipulation. That surely is manipulation. See, that I don't like that kind of. I don't want that kind of thing in the market. I think that does the whole market more harm than good. Yeah, that's bad. So what exactly happened, 11? Like, what is the? How did they do this? I don't know too much about the pump and dump scheme. Someone was saying that, you know, you sign up to a group and then they tell you when to buy and then when to sell, and everyone does it as a group. And that's the plan. You know, you affect the market and then you screw over everyone else in the market. Joe King, please use malware bytes in Process Explorer with virus total ticked. Windows Defender is useless. Okay, Joe. Malware bytes. I was actually looking, Joe, one thing about, I'm going to buy the Trezor and Nano for reviews, and I might buy one of those FIDO security keys, so that, because in addition to all my like exchanges and all those kind of accounts and wallets, obviously I don't want my email or any kind of social media account interfered with either, so I might buy 1 or 2 keys and just keep them in my computers so that no one can do anything. So malware bytes. Obviously I'm not going to install this just now. Okay, so I've got, this is malware bytes here. Pricing. So is the free version okay? Is the free version quite good, Joe? As far as, you know, doing everything you need? Or is it one of those ones that basically, once you've installed everything, it says, oh, we found 100 viruses, but you can't remove it unless you upgrade. I meant a founder's fee, not a mining pool. No, it doesn't have a founder's fee, but I'm sure those guys made enough through ZClassic through all this to, you know, to do okay. Bitcoin Private was just a rebranding of ZClassic. They had forked their own source code, combined the block data, encoding the header data with it. In general, it was a scam. Not sure what they gained. Do you guys agree with that? I think you should do a big video on Awesome Miner. Yeah, I definitely think I should. Yeah, I could do a video with it. I definitely should do it. I'd like to do an overall video with it and, you know, just get through, like, for 40 minutes and just get through every single tab and explain how it all works. Nanix listing Bitcoin Private has been good for both the Nano and Bitcoin Private communities. Yeah, it seems to have done well on that exchange. Why Bitcoin Private not listed till now? They're still waiting to get accepted in the main exchanges. I think ZClassic team couldn't keep supporting it because of no founder's fee. Hence why I think Bitcoin Private has founder's fee again. I don't think Bitcoin Private has a founder's fee. It sounds like Bitcoin Private was a pump and dump for developers of ZClassic. Well, I don't know, because they're actually would you call it a pump and dump if the team continue to develop it and they've got a road plan and, you know, all that? At the end of the day, I mean, I've got no problem with developers having to make money to support it. You know, these guys could probably make hundreds of thousands working for big companies, you know, the developers. So I've got no problem with them getting paid, but it's just, I don't know. I mean, you could pretty much call just about every cryptocurrency a pump and dump scheme. Pretty much, you know, because the guys at the start always invest in the coins. They've always got a huge amount of coins. Nonetheless, mining pool hub's attitude is perhaps not uncommon in crypto. I think they feel they can do what they want because there's lack of competition. Yeah, maybe. At the end of the day, you know, all I can do is just, you know, tell people what happened, and then I'm not going to force people to use it or not use it. But my overall thoughts on mining pool hub after what's happened is that it's not secure at all, and I realise I made the mistake of not using Authenticator at the time, but I still don't understand how all of that could have happened and nothing, you know, nothing, no email, no nothing from them. So I don't know, but you know, moving forward, I'll never make that mistake again. I'll tell you that, and I'm definitely going to be taking, you know, the nuclear approach to all this. I printed out a paper wallet the other day and I backed up all my private keys on Tails, the operating system. I don't know if you guys know about that, but that's the one that Snowden recommends. So I've got that stored away somewhere in my house, very secret location. So I'm going to be taking, you know, a more serious approach to security like that and take no chances. I did a video the other day about this where, because I've got a YouTube account and a Twitter account and I talk about cryptocurrency, I'm a target. That's the reality of it, which is unfortunate, but it's, you know, part of the package. Partly agree with, but ZClassic small circulating supply, it could still pump to and pretty quickly over small news. That's the thing, yeah. So if it was a pump and dump scheme, you know, ZClassic before they did the whole Bitcoin Private thing was only $1, so it wouldn't have cost him much to, you know, buy thousands of them and then just, you know, say, like, we're developing it now, we've got a new road plan, we've got a plan of attack of what we're going to do, and then the price would have went up. So I don't know. King of the Bazaar, hello crypto boss. I'm certainly not a boss. I'm learning more from you guys. I appreciate that comment from Anything Tech Pro though. I think it's good. And in these live streams for, you know, for people to have a difference of opinion. Without just, you know, saying, oh, that sucks, it's a scam. You know, he's actually looking at the facts. I like that, it's good. Shout out from Canada, hey Fancy. Agree with you with MPH and Supernova. Only drawback is needing to set up a boatload of wallets. Yeah, that is a downside as well. That's why I was actually, the Economy wallet, it supports quite a lot of them, but then it doesn't support Komodo. But Komodo is supported on Ledger, so I'll hopefully put coins on Ledger for Komodo. It doesn't support Hush, so I'm not mining Hush just now. I think what you do is you can pick a wallet with most of the coins that you want, and that's fairly easy to do. Like, Economy does Bitcoin Gold, ZClassic, Zcash, Zencash, and those 4 are all Equihash. So that's quite a good one, you know. And then you can just, you know, when you can auto exchange those coins for Bitcoin and then send it to your wallet as well. So it's pretty good how it works up. Zygotes here, but Bitcoin private is too low. What should I do? Well, don't sell if you have them, and if you're looking to get in, you could buy it at a decent price. King of the Bazaar, remember Chain Coin pump and dump. Joe King, yes, free. Okay, thanks. I'm going to email. If I can talk, I'm going to email myself. I'm constantly dehydrated, by the way. That's what I keep mistalking. I keep misspeaking in videos because I'm so dehydrated. I'm taking pills for gastritis, and the side effect is I'm constantly drinking water, and I'm constantly dehydrated. Right. Thanks for the recommendation, Joe. I'm going to install that on my laptop and my PC. What was the two? I'll scroll back up. What was the 2 things you said to tick? Process exploit. Right, I'll add this to the email. Malware, bytes. If I don't email myself, I'll forget. Process and virus total ticked. Right, I won't forget now. I'll do that today. Thanks for that, Joe. Malware bytes does not like nice hash. You'll find that with Awesome Miner and other miners as well. You just have to set up exceptions and to make sure that it goes through. Mr. Smith, I agree. Pump and dump schemes are totally unhealthy for the market. I do not partake in any. You only will stand to lose. It kind of sounds like a pyramid scheme, because who was it? Someone, was it you, Joe, that was messaging me the other day about this, and you were saying that they'll tell people when to sell, but they'll sell a few minutes earlier so that they get in at the start and they get a high price. Do you think Bitcoin private will reach $1,000 this year? It might, but to be honest, you know, see, if I'm going to hold the coins for Bitcoin private, I would rather it was stable than went 200 to 1,000, then back down to 300, then up and down. I'd rather it was as stable as anything could be in crypto anyway. Malwarebytes is not a scammy virus scanner. It's find something, it will remove it for free, but it will detect miners. Just ignore that. Right. That's the thing though, because a lot of malware is now using mining, so it's, you know, you have to make sure that you put in exclusions. 11. I was just browsing for coins to invest, and I saw this insane price hike. A couple of people were offering to buy like 20% more than the last offer every minute. Yeah, that's very dodgy. Nothing to apologise, Jim. Yeah, I didn't think there was a founder's fee. A founder's fee in Bitcoin private, because that's why the original one split from Zcash, was it? Nano S also does FIDO UTF, right? Joe, I was looking at the UTF one, but I was going to go for the FIDO 4. You know, the 4th generation one. I thought that one looked a little bit better. Knowledge is George Bush Jr. once says, "Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, and you won't fool me again." That's like, see, for everything George Bush did, and I disagreed with, you know, all his policies abroad and all that. Apparently, you just can't help but laugh at the guy and like him because he's, you know, he's like a lovable fool. TailOS, deep web surfing. Yeah, it seems quite. I mean, it's just like Linux. I've not used Linux in years, but it's just like a Linux operating system. Does seem quite secure though. Not looked at Economy yet, but will do now. Nonetheless, it's actually pretty secure. A lot of people actually recommend it, you know, include it as being a hardware wallet. just make sure you back up your private key, and it should be pretty safe. It supports so many coins. There's a few that's not there. David Dell said, what's going on? Are you on a diet? No, I'm actually heavier than I normally am. I've not been able to run for about a year or two. I've got a problem with my knee. I need to go to the physio, and I've got a problem with my lower back, so I can't go to jiu-jitsu. I'd like to get back this year, but you know, it's hard when your back and your knees sore. Bottled water contains a bit too much sodium. Well, this isn't like, this is just tap water. This is just tap water, but I've put it in a bottle because I don't like putting like cups of water or anything like that in the table, because you know it's easy to spill them, and then you don't want that in your PC. Is there a portable mining unit for under $1,000? No. Well, you could get an ASIC miner, but it's the loudest thing ever. What is Malwarebytes? It is software to help detect malware and viruses. Have I sold my Bitcoin private? No. iBallistic Cat, I just came back from the Crypto Investor Show and it was packed. Yeah, these shows are going to be, they're going to get bigger and bigger. Everyone is looking to get involved. You can claim your Bitcoin private from your Ledger Nano S. Cool. That's nice. I was told Bitcoin private was not ERC20. Is ERC20 not all Ethereum? I thought it was all Ethereum coins. Am I getting that wrong? Nonetheless, yeah, Liberty says economy is great. I'm actually quite liking it. I only installed it last week, but I really like it. And it does seem quite secure, actually. I like the way it works. And I love how many coins, because you can pick your coins. The good thing is you can pick your favorite coins and just have them in the home page. But you can also, I mean, look how many coins are there that you can add. It's insane. It's not got every single coin that you want. But it supports Bitcoin private, which is good. I don't know, I'm actually tempted to maybe send my Bitcoin private coins there, but then this was something I was going to ask you guys. What's the transaction fee for Bitcoin private? So if, say I was going to send 10 Bitcoin private, what would be the transaction fee? I can't remember if there's a set amount of, you know, if it goes up and down or... How do you think NEO will do going forward? NEO was a coin I don't know too much about, but I've read a few articles about it and it seems pretty good. A lot of people believe in it. It could be a coin that's, you know, like much more expensive next year. When do you think the price will go up for Bitcoin private? iBallistic Cat says more exchanges. I agree. Norless, regarding ICOs, I think most are well intentioned, but they look pie in the sky. The problem is, because ICOs can be so profitable for the people that start them, you know, it's hard to know who to trust. That's the thing, you know, unless you're saying to be accused of being a shill. You can't say anything about any coin without someone saying that, you know, that you're a shill for them and you're just trying to pump up the price. I talked about a coin that I've not even got coins. You know, I don't have any coins. And they're like, oh, you're just trying to promote it. I'm like, I don't even have any coins. From Electrum, it should be 0. That's good. What about... I wonder what it's like from Economy Wallet then. See, as much as I like the Electrum Wallet, I do like it. I mean, it is just a wee bit handier to have it in my phone as far as, you know, sending payments and all that. It means I don't have to log into my computer to send any payments or convert or anything like that. It seems a little bit more user-friendly. And... from a security point of view, I don't know what do you guys think about Economy? I think it seems quite secure as far as, like, you can't really send anything without putting the password and all that. It seems quite secure. Trade Satoshi are taking 0.1 Bitcoin private. That's a little bit higher than I thought it would be, but that's obviously an exchange. NEO seems to be one that people seem to believe will be huge. There's so many ones, you know, there's so many coins though. I think you just have to, you know, pick your coins and then go from there. I've got an idea that I'm going to do. I'm going to do a video about it next week, guys. But I've got an idea that I'm going to do for a challenge, and you know, where I pick coins and I'll do a challenge to see how much it, you know, what it goes up to the next month. I'm, you know, I've got some other videos I want to do first though. Bitcoin private transaction fee should cost the same as Bitcoin. Bitcoin with Segway support. Is it a set amount though? I'd have to look into it. I don't know if like when you actually try to do a transfer through Electrum Wallet, whether it tells you what. I think it normally tells you what the transaction fee is. I like currently. Norless, none of the 3 ICOs have backed have any coins yet. Just the tokens for them. One of them. How many tokens are you getting, Norless, when you back an ICO? Is it 1 token is 1 coin? Is that how it works? Like $1 a coin? Adam, I like economy and had it since before update. Better now you can add tokens. Yeah, I'm impressed with it. I was reluctant. I downloaded it and I didn't add any coins, and I thought I'm going to start mining to that. It saves me opening, like we were talking about Awesome Miner. It does save you opening like 10 different wallets in your computer. Mr. Z just checked on Electrum Wallet. Seems like 0.000056164 for the few coins I have. How many coins do you have? How many would that be? Well, at least give me an approximation how much it would be for, like, say 10 or 100 or whatever. Neo and Monero are the ones that people seem to think will be huge, but probably won't be. Which means they probably won't be. I think Monero's doing quite well. It varies on the ICO, right? So what you're saying, Nollis, is some will give you for a $1 would maybe give you 1,000 coins. Others might only give you 1 coin. If credits come real, it will be huge. 100,000 transactions per second. It will go top 5. Is that Monero or Neo? 3. So for 3 coins, it was 0.000. Right. I don't know whether I should just send it to my Economy wallet or not. I just like the idea of not having to, you know, go into the Electrum wallet in my computer. How many coins are enough in a portfolio? It's, you know, I've been thinking about it, and I think for me, I'd like to have, ideally at one point, have a lot, not a lot, but at least have some money in Bitcoin, because you need to send that places to buy new coins. I'd like to have coins which I think can do well in the long term, like Bitcoin Private, maybe even Bitcoin Cash or Ethereum, or, you know, things like that. Then I'd like coins that could grow, you know, speculative coins, maybe ZClassic, maybe Neo, maybe Monero. Well, Monero is already quite high price. And then maybe coins that are like 1 or 2 cents, and just try and get like 10,000 of them, so that if they ever did do well, you're onto a winner. I think it's just about diversification, where you've got your stable coins that, you know, you think will do well, and then you've got your kind of lottery tickets, essentially. For this one, I invested 0.2 Ethereum. They priced the tokens at 0.012 each, so a cent basically. With a bonus, I ended up with 133,000 tokens, and with that, so each token would turn into a coin, I assume. Neo and Monero will do good things. I think both are capable of 8 to 10 times within the next year or 2. That's the thing, guys. Like, if you look at CoinMarketCap from a year ago, the coins were they're all very different. Litecoin was like a few dollars. Ethereum wasn't that much. Bitcoin was only $1,000. So if you try and think long term for coins, you know, just hold them for a year, I think you can make a lot of money. They were 0.00012. So what does that mean? That means they weren't even a cent. So you get basically 8 for a cent. Dogecoin is a good long-term investment. What do you think of Blockport? I don't really know much about that. Is that, someone was talking about this the other day? So even if the coins become worth 1 cent, my investment will be 10 times. So basically, if it hits an exchange, you've won. Michael was asking myself and others, what do you think about credits? It's not something I've read much about. People keep asking me about it, but ironically, with Dogecoin, is Dogecoin not actually quite hard to mine? It's like SHA-256, so it's actually not profitable to mine. It's just cheaper to buy. So Michael, is this the one you were asking about, credits? Michael, you asked about this one, credits. I don't know much about it, to be honest. It's hard to keep track with all these coins. It really is. Like, when you go into coin market cap, there's like hundreds or thousands of coins now. 1 million transactions per sec credits could be Ethereum and Ripple Color. Doggy peaks 1.8 cents last month. That's pretty high for Dogecoin because it's like 0.04 or something just now. YouTubers that I like are promoting it and going mental, saying it's 500 times. So 500 times, that seems a bit. What's the main selling point then? Is it because, all right, okay, there's a credits comparison, right? Here we go. More than 1 million transactions per second. Has that been tested? I know someone was saying that it's not been proven yet. Michael, but there doesn't seem to be any evidence. So Michael's saying there's no evidence of they can actually do it. Ballistic Cat is all in. He's pushed all his coins onto the table. Transaction execute speed as fast as 0.01 seconds. Bitcoin 10 minutes. Ethereum 30 seconds to 5 minutes. As low as 1/10 of a cent. And autonomous cycles, schedules, right. So listing on exchanges, so you can buy it just now. Can this be mined? Is this like an easily mineable coin? That's the thing, you know, a lot of these coins will make claims, but then someone else will come out and say, no, they can't actually do that. Hey, Boris. Sounds like a pump, and Miguel says it sounds like a pump scam. Should you sell ZClassic or just keep it? I've honestly received about a dozen question about a dozen times over the last week. Should I keep it or sell it? It's one of the, you know, ZClassic is going to keep going up and down in price. Like as far as bouncing between $5 and $15. I think that's what I think it's going to, you know, what it's going to do. But you know, my original opinion remains, if there's no development team behind this, it's not going to move away from this point. But as soon as a development team gets behind it, you could see it going to $20, $30, maybe $40. Then if any news of a fork comes, then you could be talking 80, 90 again. But it's all based on speculation just now. Nothing wrong with that because the coin does have potential. But if you saw my video this week, they're turning off the nodes and all that. So if they don't get a team to take care of it, ZClassic will just die. It just seems too good to be true. Any thoughts on Encash? Only thing I know about Encash is I saw it listed on Binance for 2 cents. That's my only knowledge, you know, that my only interaction with it. I've not heard of Odyssey or TKY. For what ZClassic is now worth, you might as well keep it. It depends what you've got. I mean, it depends how many coins you've got in ZClassic as well, because the way I looked at it was I only had like 10 ZClassic coins. I sold it at a little bit higher than the price. In fact, pretty much the same Bitcoin value. That's basically roughly the same price I sold it at. And the way I looked at it is, well, I could buy other coins with it. In hindsight, no, I could have just kept them as well. But I don't think... People always talk about that, you know, people, unless you're cashing out for cash, you know, fiat currency, people always say, oh, I shouldn't have sold that. But if you invest those coins into other coins, then hopefully you pick coins that go up in value as well. Colonel Jim, have you seen one called Credits Energy on Twitter? Looks a bit scammy to me. No, I've not seen it. Credits Energy. I must admit, see when I see some of these, of these coins and they have like really silly names, It just puts me off, even if they're a good coin. Like, I don't understand. There's someone said the other night, there's a Theresa May coin. There's a Putin coin. There's like an Obama coin. It's kind of crazy the number of, but like, are these coins supposed to be taken seriously, or are they just a joke? Is this the one you're talking about, Jim? So, live coin, it says it's trading. Why is that? It's got the handy as if it's a link. There's nothing, doesn't do anything. Buy with PayPal. So, $50 gets you 10,000 credits. Right, so is this one of those ones where it's tied to fiat? So that's here, 0.5 cent per credit. So is this what's is this designed to to always kind of stay to the same price? What's your guys? What's your opinion on mobile mining? It just seems completely pointless to me, especially when you consider the fact that most mobile phones, the battery can't last more than a day. You're not going to make any money from mobile mining. It just doesn't seem plausible to me. I know, like, there's the electronium thing and all that, but it seems kind of pointless. Ballistic Cat saying it credits energy. If it's real, you can make you multi-millionaire. Knowledge, HODL, ZClassic, HODL, Bitcoin private. No point selling them now. Mr. Z, many people don't do their research and know even less about coins. I'll be honest, there's a few coins I've got coins in, I don't know much about them. That's, well, particularly with Equihash coins, I've got some, say I'm mining Zcash and Bitcoin Gold. All I know is that right now the price is quite low and they will go back up. But long term, that's all that really matters right now. Will you get ZClassic if it hits $1? Yes. I would buy a lot of ZClassic if it was $1. Well, at least like $100 worth or something. But I don't think it will go all the way down to that, because I think everyone else has the same idea. If you bought ZClassic for peanuts, got your Bitcoin private from the fork, you could sell. But if you paid anything significant, it's not worth selling. I don't know if that's the right way to look at it, Knowledge, because I think it's the opportunity cost. You have to look at the fact that the money you've spent is gone. And get over that fact. If you just look at the fact that the money you've spent, like, if you always try and break even with your coins, you won't always do the right thing. Like, I paid $136 and $137 for ZClassic, but I looked at it to get my Bitcoin private, and the fact that I still had ZClassic left was a bonus. I'm not looking to get $100 back from ZClassic. Well, I can't now anyway, I've sold it. But Trump coin, banana coin, Jesus coin, sex coin. Libertas had 250 ZClassic, sold them off after the fork. There was no developer team working on it. Like, in hindsight, if I knew that Bittrex were going to allow people to get Bitcoin private, I know they haven't given you Bitcoin private yet, but if you knew that you were going to hold Bitcoin private and you'd no intention to sell it short term, when it was launched, then in hindsight, what I would have done is kept it on Bittrex and then sold this, 15 minutes after the snapshot. But I think, it's all right in hindsight, but I think that would have given you, like, you might have made $40, $50 per coin at that point, which would have given you a really good return, and then you could have just waited weeks for your Bitcoin private. Ponzi coin, Jesus coin. It's a big risk. Development team announced closing Supernodes in the end of the month, giving the keys. No, I think they've said that they're not going to give the keys to anyone unless they put forward a package. That's the thing, people. I couldn't believe it. ZClassic went from $7 to $21 because someone set up a fake Twitter account and posted 3 tweets saying we're thinking about forking it. That's all it took to triple the price of it. That's worrying in my eyes. How easy it is to manipulate the market, and the fact that that team hadn't even contacted the Bitcoin private team at that point shows you that they weren't that serious about it. If they were that serious, they would have contacted them before they set up a Twitter account. Have a look at Oyster PRL upcoming airdrop 6th of April. Says Hitch, welcome to the stream. It said exchanges have applied to. I was thinking about this. Michael was thinking about the credits. It might be a scam. Buy the rumour, sell the event. But I've got burnt since January. It's one of those things, you know, because obviously it's risk versus reward. But a lot of these, I don't know. I think I'm happy just investing in safer bets and avoiding the whole, it could be a scam or it could make you a multi-millionaire type thing. No less mobile mining is great, just as second-hand toilet rolls, chocolate fire guards. It just doesn't make sense to me. I don't know how Electronium it can be profitable for the electricity you'd burn through your phone and your battery. And it's worth noting as well, you know, the battery life in your phone, I think mine's is down to 85% after like 9 months, or 80% of, you know, total capacity. So this was a 3000 milliamp battery, and I think the total capacity now is like down to effectively 2650 or 2600 or something. Yeah, there's pointless. I don't understand. I think what they're trying to do with the whole mobile mining thing is to appeal to everyone, you know, to appeal to the masses, because everyone's got a mobile phone. The only way they could do that and to make mobile mining profitable would be if it only used like 10% of your CPU of your phone, would probably still be less than the Facebook app or something. But they'd have to make it resistant to GPUs and ASIC miners so that only people mining through the phone could actually mine it. Richard Els is using mobile mining experience as a marketing tool. It's essentially an airdrop, but the coin will be worth something as many take it on. It's not possible to do real mining on phone. He's hoping for adoption. I don't know. Mobile mining just doesn't seem plausible for me. It does seem like a publicity thing, though. Is it only Electronium for mobile mining? There's a few that have come out. I can't remember all of them, but there are a few that are for mobiles. They just don't seem. It just doesn't seem practical to me. I don't think you'll break even on ZClassic. I'm just saying it depends on how much you have. I only had 0.72, so not worth selling. Yeah, I agree, Nollis. It wasn't. I mean, I only had 9.9. I think I had, so it wasn't. You know, I could have kept it. When I sold at $11, I thought the price would continue to drop, and it did. Actually, did go down until that rumor came out. You know, the price was in at $7, so I could have bought more. So at the time, it was, in hindsight, the right decision. But I mean, I always knew that ZClassic would go back up with any rumors. Look up Blockport. Looks good. Looks good. And the more I read about it, the more I think it's the next purchase. So this is Blockport. Seems to be around the 50-cent kind of mark. Social crypto exchange. I like. Well, they've got a nice analytics set up here anyway. So what's the general here? The complex crypto space, right? So it's aimed at beginners. So yeah, I think you could be right. Things like this, I think this is the thing. You know, we're so used to downloading Electrum wallets and doing all these things in cryptocurrencies that we take for granted. But you need to remember, these things have to be simplified for others. Like totally simplified to the point where they don't have to back up wallets or back up seeds and all that. They have to simplify it, and this is where, you know, things like this could maybe come in. Looks interesting, Adam. So where is this just now? Right, where are we? Quarter one, private pre-sale. So we're at private pre-sale just now. In fact, it was on, I assume it's on an exchange if it's got a price here. So price wise, it seems to be doing okay. So it's on KuCoin. BPT. 50 cents. I mean, it's relatively cheap to get involved. How do you get it, Adam? Is it like do you have to use their wallet? I assume it's not supported by a lot of exchanges just now. A lot of wallets, sorry. BitCheck's gave me my BTBC Bitcoin private yesterday. That's good, Michael. I didn't know they had dished it out. A lot of people were asking about that. I worked out I got the coin for only $52. Is that because you sold ZClassic after the fork? After the snapshot? The thing is, we don't know which coins are going to be adopted on a mass scale or which ones are going to be popular. There is an element of luck. And I also think some of the guys that are really technical and developing good products don't have the best marketing teams, or they don't have the right business mind. And that's important as well. It's not just the actual technology. It's how you can market a product and make it, you know, like, for example, PayPal isn't the best payment system. You know, you've got services like Stripe, and yet PayPal, like, continue to dominate it as far as, you know, market cap. Knowledge, your point about the ZClassic team is one of a number of things that shows how relatively small and easily manipulated the crypto market is at the moment. Yeah, and the thing is as well, you know, I talked about this last week where there must have been about 5 or 6 people who said, no, ZClassic's got a new team. And I've said, okay, where's the article? Where's the blog post? Where's the tweet? And no one knew. And yet they were happy just believing that this was the case. I think when I hear a rumor like that, I always think, well, where's the article? Where's the tweet? Where's this coming from? You know, it's not just all rumors and, you know, I don't know. I mean, I think, well, that's kind of the way I look at things as well, because I've been writing articles for a long time online, and one of the things that always annoys me when I look at other people writing articles is they'll just say something, yeah, 40% of, you know, blah, blah, blah does this. I'm like, okay, where's your citation? Where's your link to the source article? They just make it up, and you're like, well, is that the case? And I see that in cryptocurrency as well. People say things linked to your source, linked to a source that confirms what you said is right. That's the way I kind of approach these things, but that's not the way other people are approaching it. You know, one random rumor in a Discord group and people will start buying the coin. That's not a good mindset to have long term. I think you have to do your research. Samsung is making miners, but ASIC ones. Mobile mining for Bitcoin in apps. That's insane. Mobile mining for Bitcoin. Like, even my setup with 30 graphics cards can't even mine for Bitcoin. Mobile mining will fail because GPU mining is more profitable. GPU mining isn't even as profitable as it was. You know, some days my 1080 Ti's make less than £2 per day. When I bought them, they were making £6 per day, which was 3 months ago. So what's a mobile phone going to do? Mobile mining, a Me Too thing. Yeah, there's a lot of people with mobile phones that don't have any computers. They just do everything through the phone. Mr. Smith, I believe Ethos is better than Blockport. Check that out. Ethos coin. So this is Ethos. A little bit more expensive. It's around the $3 mark. Whoa, that was a big jump there. Universal Wallet pre-registration. I must admit, like you know, as far as universal wallets go, I'm all for that. Cold storage. So what is this? This is a coin as well. This looks like a wallet rather than a coin. What's the thinking behind that? Am I missing something? One thing is tokens are coins distributed to every phone around the world. It protects the price. People are going to bother to sell a couple of coins on the phone. Yeah. The thing is, I mean, I don't know if less people are going to start GPU mining now because, you know, the market's down. We might see people selling their graphics cards. As for battery, you can always plug into a charger. Yeah. Although that still drains the battery, does it not? Because I lost a few laptop batteries because I just left it in powered all the time with the battery in, so that if I pulled the cord it would still have the battery there. Idea Frog, welcome to the stream. If a guy wanted to acquire more Bitcoin private but didn't want to deal with or create an account on a crap exchange, what's the best suggestion? My suggestion is to use the crap exchange if you want the coins now. Alternatively, wait until it goes on KuCoin, hit BTC, but you might have to pay a higher price because of that. At the end of the day, right now, if a coin is only available on a crap exchange, that's where you kind of need to go. Nicholas, isn't mining on your phone less rewarding? You can only make $10 a month. I'd be very surprised if you could make $10 a month on your phone. And if you did, you'd have to knock off several dollars for your electricity. Airdrop marketing, really clever. I do think we're going to see a lot of people with Bitcoin, kind of follow what Bitcoin Private have did as far as raising funds. I think we're going to see a lot of people adopt that in the future. $10. Who says you can, who claims that you can make $10 a month mobile, mining from a mobile phone? Put it in perspective. See, like my laptop has got a quad core CPU that can process 4K videos and all that. Well, not the best, but it can do it. And that would smash any mobile CPU in the world. And that makes me like 20 pence per day. There's no way. I don't think $10 is pie nice, Sky. I don't know how anyone can make $10 a month from their phone. I really don't think that's, just going by what what do you call it, Nvidia, not Nvidia, Intel CPUs make. ETN may be enormous in Africa, India. That's a fair point, Michael. Yeah, where a lot of places where they don't have computers, only have phones. Norless, both of us mined Bitcoin private from the start, yet less than a week in we've given up. How many others do you think have done the same? Many others, actually, because I checked this the other day, had a look at the official mining pool of Bitcoin private, and I noticed the network hash rate was a lot lower. So if you look at the official pool and you look at the total network hash rate, I'm sure the last time as well, Supernova had, did they not still have like 90%? If I'll go back to the main page. So network hash rate, 21 megasouls. And the pool, the pool's actually higher now. So I'd maybe switch back to that. I don't know, network difficulty, it's down, but I mean, look at the miners there, it's dropping. This pool's got more miners now. They've updated the stats, so it's looking a little better than it was. I mean, I'd have to test it for a day to see. Has anyone been mining this to see if it's worth mining again? I don't know. I think less people. I mean, my original idea was to mine. I thought the exchanges would hit the first few days. I thought, right, I'll take a hit for a few days and I'll mine it and we'll support all the transactions. And then after the exchanges didn't hit, I thought, right, I'm just losing money here. Libertas, research is essential. Anyone invests based on rumor is a fool who will lose their money. I can draw a lot. I used to play poker a lot. I haven't in years, but I can draw a lot of parallels between cryptocurrency and poker as far as the way that you approach it. Because poker's quite interesting in that you can do the right thing and lose, and do the wrong thing and win. And I think the same can be said about cryptocurrency. Like, you can pick a coin and just do a total gamble. Even if it doesn't, do no research and just gamble, go, yeah, $100, see how it goes. And then you could end up making $10,000. Or you could research the best coin in the market, put $1,000 to it, and you can lose all your money because the market decides, it's not worth it. So there's a lot of parallels to do that. But I think that it's the same with poker. You can do the right thing with aces or ace king or pocket eights or whatever, and you can do the right move and lose the hand. But if you do the right thing over time, you will make money. And again, it's the same with cryptocurrency. You can do the right thing and lose your money, but if you keep doing the right thing and keep picking the right coins, yes, some of them might lose, but long term you'll make more money than if you just did a crapshoot and just picked any coin and just treated it like a raffle ticket. People in some parts of the world live off £2 a day, and yet somehow have a mobile. Yeah, I've seen that as well. I've travelled in Asia and people live on nothing, and yet you see them with phones. But Anton Rich, buy your GPU on Facebook Marketplace. Is that safe? I don't know. Miguel, I've gave up on Bitcoin Private 2, back to BTC. Assume you're mining to a pool that converts alts to BTC. Batteries like to be at 70% as storage voltage. Mr. Z, yeah, apparently I kind of break that rule, because I know that I downloaded an optimization app, and it says that you shouldn't be charging over 80%. But obviously you're going out for the day, you don't charge your phone to 80%, you charge it to 100%. You know what I mean? Obviously you do if you're going out for the day. So it's one of those things. What do you do? Jim bought 1 BTCP on Trade Satoshi to test it out. No risk. It works, but fee is 0.1 Bitcoin private. That's the exchange. Yeah, it's unfortunate they charge so much. Actually, like Nanex is small, but I don't think it's a crap exchange. I had a quick look at Nanex. A few people said that it was quite quick and it was quite good. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I could always trade some Bitcoin private for Nano, but I don't know too much about it. Samsung made a Galaxy mining farm with phones. I mean, it is possible. Some of the mobile phones are like decacore and octa-core and all that, but I still think. And you go back a few years, people used to mine with PlayStation 3s. They hacked the PlayStation 3s, and gamers were selling the PlayStation 3s for like £30, $30, $40, $50. And people were just snapping them up, and then they were mining with them, like whole rooms full of PlayStation 3s. It's quite smart when you think about it, because gaming systems have got a lot of processing power. And yet, when the next generation of systems come out, people want the new console rather than the old one. Quite smart. Mr. Z... I agree it's a gamble, but buying coins tokens that don't even have a web page is another thing. Someone, I agree with that. Someone last week said, oh, have you checked out this coin? And I checked out the coin and I was like, they don't even have a website. I think it was at Campus Coin. Hi Mark, welcome to the stream. You wanted to ask if I bought crypto on KuCoin, and if I only received half of what I paid and for the rest is an open order, what does it mean? Why I receive the crypto at the same price? I assume you've put in a buy order and then the price has changed. So, when you've put in an order, it depends on how many coins you've got. And if there's not enough sell orders to fulfill your order, then it will only fulfill, only half. So you've only got half of what your buy order was at a certain price. But if the prices went up, then your buy order is going to sit there until the price goes down. It might never go back down to that price. So one option is to cancel that open order and change your buy order price. Is that a good explanation? If someone else can explain that better, but that's, the way that it kind of makes sense in my mind. 11, I've been mining Bitcoin private, now getting about $500 a month for 5,600 souls. That doesn't sound... Oh, in fact, that does sound about right. Does it? So, what are you getting? How much Bitcoin private are you getting today? Per day, 11? Yeah, I was going to say that doesn't sound right, and I'm thinking, no, because I've got pounds in my mind, because the Awesome Miner, I've got it listed as pounds. I should really change Awesome Miner to dollars, but... assuming prices will recover and GPU mining will get back to some level of profitability. Where are you getting those stacks of N? Stacks of N? Stacks of new GPUs. Oh, right, sorry, you corrected yourself. Stacks of new GPUs. I'm not going to buy any more GPUs until the new Volta cards come out. And, the suppliers seem to be limiting them to like one GPU per customer, so it may be a little bit harder to pick them up this time, because like when I bought my 1060s, I bought like 15 of them from one place and then like 10 from another. Miguel did the PS3 hack. Nice. I didn't do that. I still got my original PS3 there. Alex, how to cold stake Callisto? Callisto fork's already been there. Is the fork not come? The fork has already been through. Mike, hey, that was me. The website was under maintenance. It's up now. Ah, right. Okay, Mike. Campus coin. I remember checking at the time, and I was like, "You're like Campus coin," and it wasn't even available. Right. I'll check it out now because it wasn't there last time. So this is the one Mike recommended last week, and the website was down. Hopefully, okay, it's back up now. This looks like a generic WordPress template website. Let's see, is that... Let me see, I've got a call right. Yeah, it's a WordPress theme. I knew that was, you could tell. Right. Our mission amongst... I hate how some of these coins don't just explain exactly what they're doing. Our goal is to show the world that digital currency is not something to fear. That's very vague. The Campus Coin project, through the power of blockchain, will simplify campus transactions. Right, so this is for people paying for university. Proof of work. What algorithm is it? You know what? I still have no idea what this coin is for. Am I missing something? Am I missing something here? Right, so it's for transactions, for students, for schools, for retail schools, for parents. But how does this help anyone in university? I don't understand these things, you know, where it's like, this will only be used for universities. I don't understand, like, what are they trying to achieve here? Maybe I'm missing something. I can't see what they're doing. I know that we're starting to see this more, where coins have an angle. Like will be like football coin, or will be hotel coin, or will be whatever. But would the idea be that people bought Campus Coin to pay for the university fees? I don't know if that would work. Michael, since watching your Monero V warning video again, I researched the negative links given by a viewer and discussed the Monero V. There was a Medium article by a guy called, supposedly from My Monero Wallet, who said they did not support Monero V, and so this is a scam. But they simply said that those who use the wallet will be credited, but such support is not required from the wallet company themselves. Also, people fudding potentially the Monero V can access previous transactions and puts Monero privacy at risk. But the answer to that is that this is simply solved by making a sacrificial wallet simply for the purpose of sending to the hard fork. Yeah, that was the thing. I did the original video, and then somebody says, well, they could see your keys. And then I was talking about it on this, and someone says, well, just create another wallet. And I was like, why didn't I think of that? It's like the obvious answer. It's zero risk. It is zero risk. You keep your coins in your wallet, and then you send those coins to another address, another wallet, or to an exchange. Just keep them there, and then you claim your coins. There's nothing you can lose. Getting about 0.25 Bitcoin private per day on Supernova with the current difficulty last 24 hours. That's higher, because at 11 I've got like more than double what you've got sol rate, and I wasn't getting that before. I was getting like 0.3. I was getting 0.3 with more than double than what you had before. So if that was the case, I would maybe have to go back and try Bitcoin private. It looks like, is the difficulty dropped? Yeah, it sounds like the difficulty is dropped. Hey, how have you found Coinbase for usability? I've found it okay. I've found it okay so far. I've just been using it to receive money. I've not sent money through it yet, but it seems pretty good. I like how it displays the code and the barcode and all that. It all seems pretty good. I find the amount of fear on Monero V very interesting. It makes me want to panic and buy. See, the thing is, Michael, I've seen this a lot as well. People were doing the same with Ethereum and Ethereum Classic and then Callisto. People were very protective of your coin. And, you know, I've did some videos of Bitcoin private. I know, like myself and all of you guys have got Bitcoin private as well. Now, if another fork comes out of Bitcoin private, without a doubt, the developers of Bitcoin private will come out and say, oh, this is a scam, don't listen to them, blah, blah, blah. And then others will say, yeah, you know, don't support it. You know, it doesn't do this, and this. But I'll be sitting there thinking, I wouldn't mind getting some free coins. You know, that's the way I'm going to look at it. The difficulty's dropped a lot lately. Yeah, I'll maybe check that out. Is the official pool been quite good? 11. Is the official pool been quite reliable? What I might do then. So let me see. I can maybe try it for a while. So I'll show you the benefit of awesome miner again. Like I can just go like this. Change pool. BTCP. Where is it? Where's the official pool? Oh, that's here. No, that's the official Bitcoin mining pool. I think that's what I'm supposed to. I think that's supposed to say official Bitcoin private mining pool. I need to check that. Yeah, that should say Bitcoin official Bitcoin private mining pool. So I'm going to put. So change that in the options. So what I can do, change pool. I've changed it to here, and like I can actually see because all of these are under one group. These ones are under one group now. Oh, in fact, I can do this. Change pool. In fact, it's not letting me do that. Why is it not letting me change that? Right, normally it lets me change the pool there. That's not letting me change that. That's bizarre. So change that to. Ah, now I know why. Now I know why it's not doing it. I'm being an idiot. Those are profit miners. That's why I couldn't do those. The reason I wouldn't change is because it was a profit miner and not a managed miner. I was making a mistake. So yeah, and it's where it doesn't let you change the pool if like so. The way it works is, for whatever reason, I can't change the pool if it's stopped, right? But see if I start this again, right? I'll go to, right, it's going to go to Zcash, right? But now that it's started, I can go to change pool and then go Bitcoin private, official Bitcoin private mining pool. And then it'll change to the Bitcoin private mining pool now. And I need to do it for that one as well. Yeah, oh sorry, I need to just start it. I'll see how it goes. I'll kind of mess about with it and see if it performs any better. Sorry, than earlier. If the difficulty's been down, I might do a little bit better. I feel that Michael's saying owning some of the top privacy coins is a good strategy. I've only been using Supernova from the start. I tried to do Supernova, my account didn't work. But as I said earlier, I'm going to try and avoid ones where you need to sign up to an account and it puts it to your wallet rather than just automatically pays you. I like the fact that, the official pool just continues to keep paying you directly. It just goes directly to your wallet. So that's good. That's what I want. The official pool works and it pays out. Just the stats page keeps going down. It was the same in the ZClassic pool. They can't seem to get that right. No less, I was on Coin Foundry, then Coin Blockers, but I found the long gaps between payouts a bit compromising. I didn't want to go Supernova, so I found mining speed a good compromise. That's what I was using as well. No less, I was using mining speed. I really like mining speed, actually. I quite like it. I've got a few different coins going through there. And I like how they're supporting a lot of coins that are, not worth much. So, what is going on here? Ah. I had a panic attack there. I was wondering why my wallet wasn't opening, but I had the caps lock on. Monero V has been pushed back till late April. How do we feel Monero price will be affected? It dropped with the announcement that it was going back to April you know, for the fork, but I reckon it'll go back up again, especially with Bitcoin rising. I think it's a safe bet right now. Plus, long term, Monero is a good coin to invest in. Miguel did the official pool one day. It didn't pay me and register any history for my miner. I used it at the start. And I thought it was okay. Just it was going down a lot. That's why I stopped mining with it. But I was being paid. Bitcoin private versus Monero. I mean, I'm in the opinion there's room for both of them in the industry. But as far as pros versus cons, I don't know. I mean, Monero's got a larger market cap, doesn't it? As far as circulation goes. I did mining speed. It was great and easy. Glad it worked for you. Yeah, I quite like, you know, there's a few different speculative coins on there as well that you can try. I just bang about the same topic. I don't know anything about mining yet. If you've got any questions about it, Michael, please do ask. I'm not claiming to be an expert on it, but I do have a general understanding of it all. Knowledge has switched back to Bitcoin private, just like me. Nicholas says Monero will continue to rise until the fork. The recent crash gives you an opportunity to snatch up more coins for a decent price. That's the one thing about fiat currency. If you think that the market is going to go down because of an announcement or because of whatever, it's a good opportunity to sell your Bitcoin, cash out, and then buy your alts or buy your Bitcoin back, and then watch the price go back up. See what happens. Right, hold on 2 seconds, guys. Okay, Knowledge was saying regarding Monero versus Bitcoin private, right now I'd say Monero because it's established and Bitcoin private is an unknown quantity. At the current time I would agree with that, but you're right what you're saying, you know, 6 months down the line it could be different. It's scary how one whale can crash the market and bring the altcoins with it. Yeah, someone was saying that as well, you know, with the MT Gox thing. Someone was saying, you know, apparently what they should have been doing is, you know, selling it behind closed doors. It's interesting though, because, you know, someone was talking about how complicated that thing is, as far as, you know, people. My basic understanding was that, you know, it was hacked and people were, you know, the creditors were trying to get the money back. But since then, the price has went, you know, like from when did MT Gox get hacked? Was the price not like at $93 at a time? And, you know, it's went from millions to be paid back to billions. So I don't know how it works with the people being paid back, because they can just say, no, I don't want the money back. I want the Bitcoin back. I don't know how. I mean, it's one of those things. This has never happened in history, something like this. But someone was saying that as well. You know, if the real Satoshi or the real whoever came back and decided to just sell like 50,000 Bitcoin, it could crash the market. Okay, dummy question. Where do you put your rigs? Doesn't the noise interfere with your headspace? Or do you have a separate noise proof from room or garage or something? No, well, I've got it in my office here. If I take my headphones off, I can hear it, but I generally, when I'm in here, I'm only recording videos and I've got my headphones on, so it's not bad. And I've got, you know, I've got a dynamic mic, which means that when I'm here, you can't hear me as much, and then when I bring it back to me, you should be able to hear better. So this kind of, you know, you guys should be able to hear the noise back there. when I'm doing writing or any kind of research, I normally use my laptop downstairs. So for my setup, it's not a pain. But hold on just now. Right. Let's see if I can do this. Right. Camera number 2. So Miguel. Oh, this isn't working there because this tripod is really bad. In fact, know what it is? The cable's tangled up. Right. So that's my mining setup there. That's where it is. And obviously I've got two 1080 Ti's there. One of which is helping me record, and one of which is mining. I've got a little fan there, a little, you know, I switch that on sometimes, but it's quite noisy, so I don't switch it on when I'm recording. But that's where it's sitting there, and I've got that window open a little bit just so we let a little air in. No, as far as right, in fact, I'll take this. You can see this. See this little tripod? That's what's annoying me. So I need to. Right, so as far as why it's not too hot in this room, one is I keep that, if I close that door it gets very hot. You see that space up there? That's my loft, attic, depending where you are in the world. That lets out a huge amount of hot air. So that is one of the reasons why that's one of the reasons why a lot of the hot air gets removed, because I've got that window open a little bit, I've got that one open. It's quite cold outside as well, you know, it's still winter in Scotland, but I am concerned about the summer. When the summer comes, it's going to be a very, very different setup. I might have to put it downstairs, I might have to, you know, I don't know. One of those things, because it's more about getting rid of the hot air rather than bringing in cold air. It's more about exhausting the heat rather than cooling it down. That's the mistake I think a lot of people make. MT Gox, right, hold on, where am I? Mr. Smith, MT Gox hack was back in 2011, I think I remember that because I was ready to buy at the time. I was ready to buy in 2011 at the time, but I was in South America, and I decided not to, and I was still like, I was trying to download the blockchain for Bitcoin, and my crappy dual core laptop couldn't do it. XMV, so Monero V versus Bitcoin Private, the two forking coins. The thing is, you know, I still think cryptocurrency is like the Wild West. So imagine what it was like, you know, 7 years ago. Nice setup. Love the screen. Oh, thanks. If I hide, I'm trying. What do I need to hide here? Email. So this is quite a long cable, so it should. Right. If you want to see what I see, look at this. Is so I'm going to show you what I'm going to show you just now is what I'm looking at. Right. So this is what I'm looking at right now. This is what I'm looking at with you guys. And if I go back to this camera and switch this one on, you can see, like, so this is what I look at right now. This is what I look at when I'm streaming. So I've got the Firefox, which is the browser you guys. I use Chrome, which is open for YouTube. I've got, in fact, I'll hold on just a second. I'll show you that. So that's YouTube. That's the YouTube page for streaming. That's the comments. You can see that's my miner. That's my webcam. That's the 4K webcam. And this is a 34-inch Samsung monitor. I've got a little 23-inch 1080p one there that I used to have that connected to my my miners, but I don't really use it anymore. I don't need to, so I just have that sitting there. Just if there's anything else, I can put it to the side there. It just helps me sometimes, because even with a 34-inch monitor, it gets a little bit crowded. And at the time, I was actually ready to buy a 49-inch one, not a 49, a 38. It was a 38-inch one I was going to buy, which I think in hindsight I probably should have bought. But yeah, it's a decent monitor. Jab, hi Jab. Do you play games? Yes. When I built this PC, the aim of it was I was going to start playing games at my PC, but to be honest, I still find it easier just to play at my PlayStation. Simply because I can sit on the couch, you know, and when I'm sitting here, it's like a work thing. So I don't want to sit here leisure time. It's easy to sit on the couch and I can chill out. What are my favourite games? Right now, I mean, I mainly play games with my friends, and those, you know, we mainly play FIFA. I was playing Call of Duty with my friend the other day, and I've got some driving games and things like that. I haven't really been playing one-player games as much. You know, I'm still kind of halfway through Zelda, and I'm halfway through some other games. Jim, my Antminers sound like a jet. I'm slowly redesigning soundproofing, but it's not enough to bother me. If TV is in the next room, I can't hear them. I would have to do that as well. If I had an Antminer, I'd have to put them... I don't even know if I could put them in the house at all, because my neighbours would complain, so I'd have to put them outside somewhere, or even at a friend's house or something. Miguel, I built my miner on a milk crate. Nice. That's good. You know what, that'd be a good idea for a video, if everyone sent me a picture of their mining setup or something. Don't talk about the summer, it's not happening. Yeah, I need a holiday at one point to get this pasty white skin into the sunshine. With just 3 cards in my room is pretty hot. When I first set it up, the putting the attic up really changed the temperature in the room. Like really, like I couldn't believe it. It must have dropped like 15 degrees. If that loft hatch wasn't there, this room would be boiling to the point where I'd be sitting sweating. Plus I've got daylight lamps up there. So like I'll show you what I'm talking about. Right, so if I go back to this one, right, so you guys saw my monitor, right? But see the lights? Those are just kind of normal lights I've got there, but they're daylight bulbs. What I used to use with those, so I used to use 2 of those. The reason I haven't is because, to be honest, it doesn't make a massive difference to the light. It's a little bit better, but not a huge amount. Plus, after a while, they basically fry you. Because... oh, so those things are pretty big. You know, I've got 2 of them there, but to be honest, I don't really use them anymore, so... I've found that just using the daylight bulbs, it does kind of give me like a shiny head. You know what I mean? Because just the way that the light bounces away. But oh, we went dark mode here. So the daylight bulbs, you can see it kind of pings off the top of my head. But it's just easier. It's just easier. I mean, I'll probably just package those up at one point because I don't need to use them. With soundproof ducting and making a soundproof box, it just sounds a bit like a dryer outlet. You know, mines aren't that noisy actually, you know, for inside the house. You can't hear it outside. I can hear it slightly in the next room, slightly, but it's not enough to wake me up or anything like that. It's not enough to annoy me. I was interested in Antminers until I discovered how loud they are. Yeah, they're very loud. But I think the bigger problem with Antminers is the fact that if you're late in buying them, the difficulty can really go down. You know, so some of the videos I've seen, you know, that an Antminer can be making, say, $20, $30 a day, and you can break even in like a month, or even, you know, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, whatever. But when other people start getting their Antminers, they start mining, the price of the coin, the difficulty and all that gets adjusted to the point where you make $20 a day, $10 a day, $5 a day, and then it reaches a point where it's costing you money. And unlike a graphics card that can be used for gaming, you can't, like an Antminer effectively becomes a brick at the end. So I think you need to get in quick. Now, ideally, in a perfect scenario, if you know, I want to continue to work on this channel and do more I want to do more hardware reviews and more security kind of videos and mining videos. And ideally, if I could speak to a producer, a warehouse or something at one point and get an Antminer early, then maybe it could help me make more money. But I'll see how it goes. Knowledge, timing with Antminers is everything. Yeah, it definitely is. And I think if you get in late, like, you could end up losing a lot of money because they're not cheap. They're like $1,200 or $1,500. At least they will hold their price when you sell too. if you sell at the right time, but if you're too late, they'll be worthless. Hey Di, it's good to see you live again. If you had £500, would you put it into Bitcoin or spread it over a few alts? It depends. I think like if we think that the market is going to go back to where it was, like £500, what's Bitcoin right now? Is it like in pounds? I think it's like just under £7,000. Is that right? I'm going to check that. So, right. So if I type in BTC price, Google gives me it in pounds. So it's 6,800 in US dollar. That is 9,400, right? So if you assume it's going to go back up to 10, 11 or 12,000, then you know that if you invest $500 or $1,000, you know, it'll start going back up and you might get back up to like $1,100, $1,200, $1,300 back for your $1,000. But I think that some of the alts, when Bitcoin goes down, they go down by a higher amount. So maybe something like Zcash or Zencash or Bitcoin Gold or Bitcoin Cash has dropped more. But hopefully that would mean it might rebound at a higher rate. I don't know. I don't know. Because, you know, the market doesn't always go the way that you want it to. And the funny thing is, like, I was talking to my friend James the other day, I used to train with, and he's been involved in crypto for a year or two. And he said that after watching videos and reading articles for 2 years, he thinks most of the top guys just guess. And you know what? I think there is an element of truth in that, where, you know, we're all talking about cryptocurrencies today. We're looking at the white papers. We're looking at the website and seeing what the plan is. By the end of the day, we don't know which ones are going to do well in the future. All we can do is guesstimate. You know, look at what we think will do well. Bitcoin private could fall on its ass, or it could do great. You know, you just have to, you know, kind of spread your risk and see what happens. I looked for Miguel looked for a 0 decibel fan GPU. I don't know if that's advisable though, because you still need to cool the GPUs. The ones I've got are fairly silent, but they were more expensive. So, Mr. Z took off stock fans and put Noctua F12 on them. Super silent, better temperatures. The other thing you can do is liquid cooling. You can take off the backplate and add like liquid cooling. There's a couple of them that it's better to do that, because there was one card that I think it's one of the cheaper ones that, like, it's just above the stock 1080 Ti, and for whatever reason the built-in fans are crap and it doesn't perform well. But you can take those off easily and add liquid cooling, and it makes it a really quiet and really powerful graphics card. But it depends what you want to do with all these things. So Michael, if you want to get into mining today, what would be your first steps in mining rigs you'd consider? Good question. I mean, I was about a new, like, so the reason I built a PC first. I built that PC first. I built it from scratch. And see, including this monitor, this is like $4,000 worth. It's insane when you think about it. But I built the PC from scratch. I've got two 1080 Ti's in it. It's a beast of a machine. And I used it as a kind of testing. You know, I was testing mining. I downloaded NiceHash first, but at the same time I downloaded Awesome Miner, and then I downloaded Multiple Miner. I downloaded something like Claymore and all that. And I didn't have I'm not saying I didn't have a clue, because I had looked at it before, but I just kind of did trial and error to get a better understanding of it all, and it was like a crash course. Now, after that, what I did was built 3 mining rigs with 24 graphics cards, 8 graphics cards per unit, and I shoot. Some people might have, you know, started off one and then another one and another one. I just went, you know, I went for it basically, and I just went, nah, I know enough. And, you know, I built them all 3 mining rigs in the space of a day or two. In hindsight, maybe not the best way to do it, but it actually worked out quite well, because when I built my 3 mining rigs, it wasn't recognizing full 8 GPUs, because, you know, in the BIOS you need to set it more than that, and there's always problems with the risers. But I had one that had like 6, I had one that had 7, and then one that was like 4. And then looking at what the differences were between my 3 mining rigs, I could work out what was wrong between them all. So it actually helped with troubleshooting, despite it being a nightmare for 2 days. But as far as what would be your first steps, ideally, if you have a PC, what I would do is make sure you get a graphics card and then figure out the software side of it as far as, you know, what miners to use and all that kind of thing. Alternatively, buy a motherboard and just buy one GPU or 2 GPUs or 3 GPUs and just try and get started. To be honest, it isn't the best time to get started because graphics cards remain very high and the, you know, the break-even point for mining is much longer than it was before. So as I said, a 1080 Ti, which costs like £1,000, you're getting £2 per day. You know, it's not a lot. It takes a long time to break even. Not sure if that's the answer you wanted, but I don't think we're going to have next generation Antminers for a long time. Chips are too expensive to manufacture at the moment. I need to learn more about Antminers because I haven't. It's something I'll try and tackle in the future. I didn't have any plans to buy them. I haven't been looking at them. Mr. Z, when I decide to sell them, stock fans will be like, no, it's true. Not sure if it makes sense because one fan is $20. I mean, the ones I've got, I don't think they're that noisy. And the thing is as well, you can control the fans. You know, if you're underpowering the GPUs, you know, you don't have to run the fans as quick. See if you control the temperature in your room and you've got an exhaust well, the heat, your fans don't have to run as hot. So you can spend all this extra money on additional fans, but if you're not cooling your room and exhausting the heat, then all the extra money on extra fans is worthless because all you're doing is circulating warm air. Let me see, where are we? I think Samsung won't be making miners, only mining chips to manufacturers. They'll probably mining chips themselves. Michael Cole, Bitcoin may dominate the next room, but alts got so low, hard to tell. I'd guess Bitcoin will dominate. Bitcoin will go back in price, but it's how the alts perform against it. Nollis and Octopus correctly predicted every match between Germany and their opponents in 2008 Euros. That's the thing, you know, there is an element of luck. I thought it might be a good time to buy cheap alts during the recent drop. Yeah, I think it is. I think it is a very good time to buy right now. There's no guarantee. I mean, Bitcoin could drop again, but I suspect, my guess is that it will correct itself and it'll go back up, you know, in the next couple of weeks. So it would be a good time to buy some alts, depending which ones you bought. God damn it, Octopus. Never get cards with no fans. Can you buy cards that don't have any fans? I don't think you can you? That's the thing. See if your air circulation in your room's not good, then the fans in your cards will go crazy. Mine's run at a fairly steady temperature all the time, and the fans go at the same speed all the time, so they're not, you know, kind of put under pressure. Mining is a daunting prospect. It depends. What, you know, I'd built computers for you. This was the first PC I'd built in 10 years. I used to build my PCs back in like late 90s, early 2000s, but it's not that difficult to, you know, actually building it. But not saying I wouldn't start mining now. If the market was the way it was for me 3 months ago, I probably would have put my money into just investing rather than mining. But at the same time, I've learned a lot because mining forces you to learn a lot and it forces you to investigate coins and all that as well. So I mean, I'm not too bothered about it because I think I'll make my money back. Eventually, as long as the difficulty doesn't drop down to a crazy level. But where it does, I'd probably just sell the cards. Hopefully they haven't dropped down by too much at that point. If it ever got to the point where, you know, a 1080 Ti was making less than 50 pence per day or something. Miguel, I don't know 100%, but that's what I take from, oh no, from Samsung. Is Bitcoin private $65 a good price? I think it is, Ignacio, but could drop more. No guarantee, but I think that's a fairly decent price, considering most of us paid more for it, for ZClassic to get it. Nonetheless, if you've already got a PC with a half decent card, give it a go. But the difficulty levels have gone up. The profitability has went down. Yeah, because of more people mining. Yeah. mining is too technical for me because it's no one-sided. You have to know your hardware and software. If the thing is it can be hard work as well. You have to troubleshoot. You need to know. Actually, building a PC, if you built a PC before, building a mining rig isn't that difficult. There are some things you need to look out for, you know, with the risers and make sure that, you know, everything's connected okay with the power supply and all that. But that's not the hard side. Once you follow the BIOS things, you know, you become comfortable in the BIOS area. Once you follow the instructions for that, it's about troubleshooting Windows. So it's like making sure Windows doesn't update on its own, making sure, you know, you've got certain things set up a specific way for mining. Like for example, this PC and all my mining rigs, if there's a power surge and all my computers go off, they'll automatically boot back up and they'll start mining again. Things like that you have to do. Mr. Z, I'm a sucker for Noctua fans. I was about to buy Noctua fans, but I bought a Silent, what do you call them again? Silent Wings. Can you see them? Those ones. Silent Wings, that's the ones I've got on my computer. 140s. Yeah. They've tried to make Noctua fans less ugly now, instead of beige. No, let's start with two 1080 Ti's in mid-January. I think I was just a month or so back in front of you. And they've made more than four times 1080 Ti's do now. That's correct. Because I've got four 1080 Ti's in my rig 4, which I call rig 4. And yeah, they're making less than what 2 did. So they're about a third of what they did a few months ago. It's insane. Retail on my GPU increased 90% day after I ordered. Wow. Like my 1080 Ti's, my first one was 750. I've got 6 of them and they're all the same model. First one was 750 and then the next one was 800 and then the next one was 850 and then the next ones were like 900. Just the price kept going up. Only very low-end fans don't have fans. Yeah, I can't think of many graphics cards that don't have fans. You mean 1050 Ti's and all that? Yeah, they all have them. Which ones? Anton, which cards is it Anton that was talking about that without fans? Miguel, Mexico problems. Yeah, well you've got the heat as well. You've got the nice weather. We don't have that. What do you think for the next bull run, Kev? Bitcoin runs up and leaves altcoins. No, I don't. I think. Well, there might be some coins that fall behind Bitcoin, and you know, Bitcoin will buy you more of those altcoins, and if you're trading those altcoins, they'll trade for less Bitcoin. But there's always a few that kind of follow Bitcoin. I think the main ones normally do quite well. Ethereum might do well, Litecoin and all that, but some of the lower end coins, if Bitcoin goes on a good run, then they might fall behind. But it's hard to predict. Mining is good fun if you enjoy computers. I've never built a PC before, but I've since built 2 rigs. In many ways, they're easier to build than a PC. That's true. You don't have to actually... I mean... you don't have to put it in an open case, but the only thing with a case is that it's harder to work on. You know, my mining rigs are, you know, open plan on a box. With a PC, you need to kind of... You know, I did some videos about this in my other channel, where because everything's so tight, like I have to remove the fan, which is a pain in the ass to put back on, but I have to remove that to put cables on, or I have to remove the whole motherboard out the PC, which is what I did last time. And either way, it's a pain in the ass, but it's because everything is squeezed into the one PC case. But it is a bit easier in that respect. The thing is, in hindsight, I don't mind, you know, I'm a bit more comfortable with computers and troubleshooting and all that. But at the same time, going forward, like I've been saying that in a few videos, you know, if the new Volta cards come out and I decide, right, I'm going to invest 10 grand, am I better investing 10 grand in graphics cards, or am I better investing 10 grand in some coins that I believe in? In hindsight, you know, later on, I might think differently, but mining is a safer route. But it's not, I don't think it's for everyone, because a lot of people, it can be time consuming. You could be making, and you go, yeah, I'm making, you know, say $50 per day, and then your computers all fail, and you have to go and troubleshoot it, and you could have been going out that night and you're like, I'm losing money here if I had to go and fix it. So it's not for everyone. Are you going to make a guide to mining for noobs, Kev? I've already did that on my other channel. It's about an hour long. So what I might do is actually just upload it to this channel as well. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe that's, what do you think? Just upload the same video. I'll upload the same video. Yeah, maybe that's the best way to do it, because there's no point me doing another hour-long video. It was an hour-long video with lots of edits, lots of different camera angles and all that, and it explains everything start to finish, how to mine, how to set up a mining rig. They'll do a doggy run. Right, so you've got a graphics card, you've got a 1066 gigabyte. If you joined a mining site, would it burn out your PC? No, it wouldn't. So for a 1060, let's see what you get. So see, we're talking about mining here. So this is an example of mining. See, like here, right? I've got a notification here. Miner offline. At 30 minutes ago. Right, so that was probably when I was switching it off. Like, you can get problems sometimes with mining rig 2. Right, so see here, for whatever reason, I don't know what I've done here. Right. So I need to stop this. I don't know what I've done there. I think it was messing around. Something's went wrong. So I'm going to change that to the official mining pool, and then I'll start. So that wasn't mining there. I didn't notice that. But this rig here. So in fact, I'll change this for a second. So I'm going to change this to Zcash, right, instead of the official pool. Oh my god, sorry guys, you can't even see that. I thought I was showing you that. Sorry. Sorry guys. Right, so what I've done here, right, I've changed this rig to let's just switch back. Also, mine does that. Sometimes restarting doesn't do it. You have to stop, and then it changes the pool, and then you have to restart. I don't know why it does that. So Dai says he's got a 1060. Now, you can probably see this here. This is actually 8 1060s, and you know, there's 8 of them. GPU 0 to GPU 7. Now, that should come up the price soon. Once it starts mining, it should come up the price, hopefully, once it gets kicked in. So when it comes out of that price, you'll see how much you make. It is it'll be less than £1 a day. It'll be like 80 pence per day per card. But that's what you can make with your 1060. So you can see the price going up, and you can't see it just now, but if you had to look at my PC, you would see something like this with the sol rate. This is a 1080 Ti just now, the sol rate. But a 1060 sol rate is around the 300 mark. So that's up to £8.42 right now, which is actually quite a good rate. Yeah, that's really high. So that's actually, you know, at that point, actually, I should probably be mining Zcash. So I can change these. Like, I'll leave some of them on. So I'll change those to Zcash. But right now, at the current rate, I'm about £1 per 1060. That's what I'm getting with those cards. So that's, you know, if you've got it on your computer anyway, why not try it? Put on NiceHash or put on Awesome Miner. Do you have another channel? Yes, on Anton, I do. And I'll show you where you can find it. So Anton, this is the channel that you're watching this live stream on. You can see me there, same t-shirt. This is the channel that you're looking at just now. And if you go down here, see this featured channels. This is my other channel. This one's more of a gaming channel, but you can see right now on this channel, I've got how to build a mining rig. And this is the one I might just, you know, upload to this channel as well. And I go through like pretty much everything from the motherboard, you know, installing the RAM, installing the CPU. I talk about everything. I've got the power supply, all the cables. I've got building it all up. start to finish, and then I've got, you know, the BIOS area, what you need to do when you install. It covers everything. That's the thing. So that I'll maybe just upload it again to this channel and just keep it sticky so that people can see it, because there's no point doing it again. Oh well, I'm up to 3,000 there. It's a nice round number. So yeah, I'll upload that video again. I can even do that later. I'll just upload the exact same file. I'll check that the video's okay, but I'll do the exact same file. There's no point in me doing it again. There really isn't. I'd rather spend my time creating new videos. A doggy run. Smash that like. Thank you, Cryptor. Good to see you again. Hi, Axeman. 80 a day. Not 80 a day. £8 a day that was, sorry. Crypto's got a Strix 1070 Ti. What program is that? That's Awesome Miner. And it does live up to the reputation. Now, in comparison, right, so Dai, see if you've never used anything. So, let me see. So, if you've never mined anything before and you don't know what to do, a lot of people will criticize NiceHash, but it actually pays very close to being the top, you know, it normally pays very close to being the top. Go to nicehash.com. Down the bottom, you'll see something that will say NiceHash Miner. Click on that. Download this. It'll be this program. There is a legacy version, but just stick to the normal version if you don't know what you're doing at first. You know, rather than the legacy version, I would just use Awesome Miner and use NiceHash and start mining, and you'll see it'll probably say something like £1 per day or something. Do that. All you need is a Bitcoin address. That's it. And you can use your Coinbase address or any Bitcoin wallet. Download it. It gives you an estimate. My God, $4.63 for a Titan V. That's a $3,000 card. See that can't be right, because I've got an 8700K and I get like 25 pence per day, so that's not right. But yeah, download NiceHash, start mining, and then what you do in the background is you download Awesome Miner or something like that, multiple miner, and just kind of mess around with it. That's what I did, and I think it's the best way to get started. You know, just kind of mess around with it. Hey Kyle, my MSI Gaming X 1060s run around 330 sols. I looked at the Gaming X. Mine's, I don't know why, mine sometimes are 280, some are 300, some are 320. It's a silicon lottery. Some of them do well, and some of them, you know, just seem to perform at a slower rate, and they restart if you set them too high. No, this Bitcoin private difficulty level up and down like a yo-yo. It was low an hour ago, and now it's shot back up. Was that because of me and you? Is that because we started mining? You know, I've only got, what have I got on it? I've got 5 1080 Ti's mining to the Bitcoin fund now, but Zcash is much more profitable right now. Well, right now it is. I might go down. I'll maybe change back to Zcash for those. Zcash. Michael, Kev, would you say you're more focused on mining than trading? I'm actually focused more on trading just now. The way that I look at it with the mining side of things is that for the first few days, you know, I set up the mining. Like probably for the first 5 or 6 weeks, I wasn't involved in trading. I just put everything to Bitcoin. I sent it to the Coinbase account at first, and I just put all my coins there, and I was just building up. But now that I've set it up, I've tweaked everything. You know, by and large, they just mine. So all they do is just every few days they give me coins. So I'm focused more on the trading side, but that's because I know my miners are on autopilot and they're bringing me in coins. So yeah. So at first I was focused on mining and just putting money into Bitcoin. I was learning more about mining. I was, you know, trying to look at what was, you know, how it all worked and all that. But now I'm focused more on the trading side. And I think, I mean, it's good to know both, but I think long-term trading is where I'll hopefully make more money by investing the money from mining. That's the way I'm looking at it. Good luck with Awesome Miner, Dai. Hi, Eric. Good to see you again. If you use their address, the withdrawal is lower. Yeah, yeah, you can basically what Anton Rich is saying is that the money goes directly to your NiceHash account, and you can wait if you don't want to withdraw just yet. But if you want to withdraw to a Coinbase account, they take a small fee off anyway when you get your money to your account. But after that, the money that's in your account, the money you actually see in your balance, is free to Coinbase. But if you want to send it to a Bitcoin wallet, it's like, what is it, like 0.002 or something like that? Something like that. So it works out cheaper to go to Coinbase. But if you've saved up a lot of money and you want to go to your own account, it might... The thing is as well, when you withdraw to your own account, it's like every day at midday. Whereas if you go to Coinbase, it's nearly always instant. So it's nearly always better to go to Coinbase and then go from Coinbase to your own account. But, you know, if you don't want to go through Coinbase, you know, you don't have to. And crypto still waiting back for the Bitcoin that was stolen in the November hack. Would they not say they were going to pay that back? How much Bitcoin private does anyone yield in X amount of time? Last week, Michael, for about 12,000 sols, I was getting, it was like 0.25, 0.3 a day. But, sorry, who was it was talking about it earlier? They were saying that we're getting 0.25 for like 5,800 sols, or less than that. So it seems it does go up and down with the difficulty. I don't know. It isn't the most profitable coin, that's for sure. I don't think it is anyway. Knowledge, the only drawbacks of Awesome Miner for me so far, not as good on mixed card rigs, partially the fault of miners rather than Awesome Miner itself. Also, the UI has crashed on me a couple of times. I've never had any problems with the UI. I find that as long as I turn off the graphics card that's mining on the PC when I need to do things, I turn my like first 1080 Ti back on when I'm not using the computer. As far as mixed card rigs, I don't. There's no problem with that, Knowledge, if you set it up right. Actually, there shouldn't be any problems with that anyway. By which I mean the miners are still running and mining, but the AM software. See if you stick to the same. See if you stick to the same miner, Knowledge, right? So I'll show you the example of what I'm talking about. Right, you're saying it's not the best for multi-rigs. It is actually okay for multi-rigs. You just have to set it up the right way. So, like you probably know by now, when you set up your mining rig for Awesome Miner, you know, the IP address. In fact, I don't want to show you that. I want to show you this. So, see, this is Awesome Miner. You can see the pop-ups now. And you can see the IP. These are like local IP addresses. Now, if I had to do a profit miner, you know yourself with a profit miner, it just switches between the profile. Now, I've got the profit miner set up so that it only goes to the one software. And what that means is in the command line, if you know the software that you're using all the time and you're not switching between software, you can add in different parameters. So here, for example, if you look at this 1080 Ti, which I've stopped because I'm actually recording just now, so that's not why I'm not using it. The command line I've got -D0, so that one means disable. The 0 means disable on the graphics card, and the second 1080 Ti I've got -D1. Now you'd have to set it up right, but essentially what you would do is, say you've got a mining rig and it'll be like 192.168.028 or whatever it is, 128, whatever it is. You could do, like, you could split them up. So if you know that your cards in a row, as long as they're set up in a row that, you know, all your 1080 Ti's in a row and then all your 1060s or whatever in a row, you can make sure that the miner looks at the first few rows and go -D0123, and the other one would be -D, you know, 456 or whatever. And that would mean that you're disabling the graphics card for each miner and the other ones aren't disabled. There'll be a little bit of trial and error to try and get it right, but you know, maybe if your graphics cards aren't aligned in the right way for you, it'd be a pain. It won't be in chronological order, like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. You might have to go -0, -3, -7. But if you look at the sol rates for the cards, if you know that, you know, your sol rates for your 1080 Ti's are like 700 plus, your 1060s are 300, your 1070 Ti's are like 500 or whatever, you can look at them and go, right, well, that one's blatantly you know, that one is definitely a 1080 Ti, that one's definitely a 1060. And then you can then you can assign it to that, and it's a bit of a pain to set up, but it does work. It does work. You just have to kind of tweak it, but you can do it. You just have to look at it, no less. Masternode's coin I mine. Michael Cole, who's anyone's secret free? Right, so Michael's asking, who's everyone's secret trading guru? Who does everyone recommend? Who do they watch online? I am certainly not a guru. Jim says Ched's trading is great. Hi Kevin, awesome miner. What miner type setting do you recommend? An external miner or managed miner? For you, just starting, what I would do is set up a profit miner, managed profit miner, and then you have to go into your profit and make sure you set the right pools. Set the pools for, like, say, pick nice hash or pick, you know, hash pool and hash refinery or Z pool or something like that, and make sure you add in the right address and all that. I just got some spam here. I need to block this a-hole. No, listen, I understand you're setting up a miner per GPU. What I meant was mixed card rigs was benchmarking was a pain. Each miner saw the GPUs in a different order. Yeah, but that, like what I was saying before, like see if you hold on, if I come back here, see like here where you've got the cards. Now, what you would do is, now, obviously, my 1080 Ti's, there's only two with this that are under local, two 1080 Ti's. And up here, I've got the two of them under the one profit miner, but down here, I've got them separate. Now, what you can do is, like, as I said, you can change the command line so it's minus D0. But if you've got 8 graphics cards, obviously, it would be like -0, -1, minus whatever. What you have to do is you need to tweak that, and then you need to look at your actual your DOS window and see what the sols are, like GPU 1, GPU 2. And when you look at these, you'll be able to see, you know, 730, 740, and then like GPU 2 might be like 300, so you go, right, that's a 1060. It's not the best, but you know, it's trial and error. You should be able to figure it out. Michael says his recent favourites are Luke Martin. Magic Poop Cannon, I subscribe to him on Twitter. Nice hash is quite good. I like the way you can disable the GPUs and all that. It's pretty good. Michael, Magic predicted the bear market from near the top. That's good. I'll have to read how. That's brilliant. No problem. Anytime, mate. Just, you know, leave a comment, or if you see me in the live stream, ask a question. A lot of this stuff, it isn't actually difficult. It's just like anything else in life. You know, it's only difficult until you know how to do it, and then it's fairly easy. But there is a learning curve, obviously. Gigaloader, good morning. Cheers to the Scots live stream. Watching while eating Walkers for breakfast. Nice, healthy breakfast. Yeah, no, awesome miner is, you know, it's a little bit more, once you get into it, it's a little bit more in depth. Like, I didn't realise that you could set up, like, you can add any pools you want, any mining pools. Like, you could add, a mining pool for, say, Zcash at mining speed, Zcash at supernova, and then Zcash somewhere else, and then create a Zcash pool, and then you could put that Zcash in a profit miner, and then that profit miner would switch to whatever the most profitable or the lowest difficulty was. But ideally, what you'd have is a separate coin in each pool. So I've created like an Equihash pool and an Ethereum pool. And then I can set it up as an Equihash profit miner. And the difference, and all it does is put in a profit miner rather than a managed miner. A managed miner will just say, mine this all the time. A profit miner will say, look at this pool. Okay, that's the most profitable. I'll mine that. And it'll go according to your profit mining settings. For mine, it was like 5 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever. I think it's 5 minutes. As I say, just, you know, if you're unsure about it, you know, send a message or comment. I can check my settings and I can see how it works and all that. I thought I knew this inside out, and then the other day I was like, like when I emailed him the other day, explained the profit mining thing, and I'm like, this is awesome. How did I not know about this? No Jim, Crypto Cho, Philacone, Cheds Trading, and Hygen. I give signals my Twitter sometimes, but they don't want to confuse people with my TA or advertise on Kev's channel. Jim, don't worry about that, Jim. I don't. You can kind of tell the spammers, you know, see the guys that turn up, they haven't said anything like, oh, check this out, and they've got an affiliate link, or they're just trying to promote themselves. You guys that, you know, that hang out a lot and you chat, feel free to share who you follow. I mean, I'll probably end up following the same guys you're following, and I wouldn't advise any of you to only follow me on YouTube. Without a doubt, don't just follow me. I don't profess to be an expert on everything, but I don't profess to be an expert on anything. I've got a basic understanding of many things. But yeah, please follow many people, and if you know someone that's good, or if you know someone that's got a good YouTube channel, please do mention them and encourage people to subscribe. No problem there. I don't know why I wouldn't want that to be allowed. You know what I mean? As long as it's good, that you're not promoting someone that's. It's not like you're promoting a BitConnect guy, or someone that's scamming people. As long as you're not promoting someone who's a scam artist, I've got no problem. See the trading view thing, Michael. I looked at the website and I honestly read it for about 30 minutes, and I think I started going a little bit cross-eyed. You know, they've got all the graphs going up and down, and they're looking at the peaks, and then they're going down, and they're drawing those lines everywhere. Yeah. It's got a custom pull option there. Yeah, I would say and when you're just first getting started, what I would do is, with Awesome Miner, is maybe pick something like Hash Pool or Nice Hash or Mining Pool Hub or something like that until you get an understanding of it. Then you start exploring the dedicated miners, and then creating pools and all that. That's the way I did it. I think if you there is a little bit of a learning curve with Awesome Miner, but it's very easy to get set up. But then every now and then you go, oh, I didn't realize it does that. Oh, I didn't realize it does that. No, Alyssa, you're right in saying that you run remote agent on all your rigs. Yes, that is one of the first mistakes I made. When I set up I had Awesome Miner on this main PC, and then when I set up my initial 3 mining rigs, what I did was set up Awesome Miner on those 3 mining rigs. The problem with that is that it means that I have to go to each PC individually to configure things. What you have to do is set up Awesome Miner on your main PC, whatever your main PC is or whatever your main laptop is. Then you just install Remote Agent on the other ones, and then you don't have to touch it. That means I can control everything from this main PC. So that's the way you have to set it up. Michael, I want to find a good resource to learn fractal symmetry and general trading strategy. Michael, this is what I've been thinking about as well. I'm going to buy a tablet. I'm going to buy like 10 Amazon books, and I'm going to just sit back and read them for a couple of days and try and get a better understanding of it all. I might actually buy some general investment books as well, because I'm sure that most of what you learn from general investment, transfers over. CoinDesk market's actually surprisingly good, considering how terrible CoinDesk is. GooseTech, Crypto is recommending GooseTech. CoinMarketCap just added BTCP. Thanks for that, 11. I'll check that out just now. David, it is 4 minutes past 4 right now. So, CoinMarketCap, let's see this. So, here we go, guys. Here we go. Thanks for that, 11. I do appreciate it. Bitcoin private. Here we go. They've just added it. That's good. That's good. It's listed. Thomas said that as well. Thanks, Thomas. So there's a young sking man. So you'll see it under CoinMarketCap, currencies, Bitcoin-private. But if you search for Bitcoin P, you'll see it there. Under markets, it's got Trade Satoshi. The other one isn't listed there yet. What's the nano one added yesterday? 97% volume. They don't have the graph set up yet, but that's good. It's been listed. So the market cap isn't there, but the volume, nearly $1 million. Total supply, 20 million. That will be reduced later, I think. So does anyone have a favourite trading book? If you find out any, Michael, please do share it. Please do share that, guys. I'd love to hear that myself. Hi, Kevo. Any Bitcoin account address do, or will you have to have a specific Zcash address? See all those pools, Di. All those pools ask for a BTC address, because all those pools do that. You're actually mining altcoins, and then the altcoins are auto trading for Bitcoin. So you need to add a Bitcoin address. You can add a Coinbase address if you want, or you can just download the Bitcoin Electrum wallet. So if you download the Bitcoin Electrum wallet, you can add a Bitcoin address for hash pool, hash refinery, Z pool, and all that. For NiceHash, it's better to add their address, so they'll give you a unique Bitcoin address. It's better to add that to your account, and then you can withdraw from NiceHash. For Minipool Hub, you have to put your username. So it's your username for Minipool Hub. I've got a Coinbase address and an Electrum wallet. We'll just add whatever one you want it to go to, whatever one you prefer. So as I said, for Minipool Hub, it's your username for Minipool Hub. For NiceHash, I believe you can just use a general Bitcoin address, but I think what I've set up that I'm mine to my NiceHash address, like NiceHash Bitcoin address that they give you, and then I withdraw from there. I don't know if that's the best way or not. That's the way that I've been doing it. Colonel Jim, mine is crypto news tips. Oh, Jim, I didn't realise that was you. We've been chatting on Twitter. I didn't realise that was you. Sorry. That happens sometimes where people have got a different username. I didn't realise it was you I was chatting with on Twitter. No problem, Di. Hopefully you get it up and running. As I said, if you're unsure about this, a lot of this stuff, in 2 weeks' time, it'll be easy to you because you've looked at it all. It's the same. Like, I went through all this myself months ago. But once you get up and going, it's fairly simple. I do think that Awesome Miner is awesome. It does live up to the reputation. I can't really say a bad thing about it. There are maybe some things I'd like them to kind of adjust, but he's quite open to improvements on it as well. I've sent the guy a few emails. I've said, have you thought about adding this? And he's like, oh, that's a good suggestion. Thanks for that. Or he said, oh, you can actually do that. The thing is, you can, all Awesome Miner is a GUI. It's a graphical user interface, and all it does is just simplifies it. It opens up all these other scripts, like DTSM, like Claymore, and it saves you having to go into a configuration file. And it just simplifies the process of managing multiple graphics cards. Right, so that hasn't changed. Knowledge has been running Awesome Miner separately rather than the remote agent. I did the same at first. It is actually better when you use it with the remote agent, though. The only thing is, it does mean that you have to make sure that everything is controlled via the one computer. So make sure you do it through a computer that is, in fact, it'll still continue if your main computer is switched off. But my main computer is used as a mining machine as well. So I keep them all running it. They're always on. That's quite good news that Bitcoin Private is listed now. It's a step in the right direction. Nanex is live again. Nice. I just answered a question I was going to ask. Okay. I don't even know what I answered there. Oh, as far as, yeah, making one the main PC. Right. Nano going up and up. Let me see. Nano. Okay, let me see this. Nano. So Mr. Z is talking about Nano, which, if we change it to a day, yeah, and it seems to be following Bitcoin pretty much to the T. I mean, it is going up, but it does seem to be following Bitcoin pretty much the same way. Yeah, it's just pretty much following Bitcoin. Oh, sorry, the Bitcoin value. Oh, the dot. Sorry, I'm looking at the dollar value there. So from here, I don't know what I was looking at there. Right, from here, $12. So where are we from this morning? Yeah, it's $11 up to $13. Yeah, it's went up quite a bit today actually. Nice little spike. So that website. What was that website that's got the... what's the name of that website that's got the Bitcoin private there? I need to check the Twitter page. The main PC... Alright, you were going to ask me about the main PC remains on. The remote agents should continue to go at the previous setting. I'll run that as a test just to make sure, but I believe so that... like, if my main PC is restarted, I believe the other miners continue to mine at the previous setting. That's my understanding of it. I'll need to check that. You know, my main PC is always on anyway, so... Hi, Nicholas. I'm from Scotland. The rumour for Nano was it was heading for Coinbase. I saw the same rumour for Ripple as well. I'm not sure. Good time to buy Nano. Look on Nanex. Nanex, that's what it was. Nano BTC, yeah. So this is Nanex. So this is how it's performing just now. 5 Nano. 5 Nano will get you a Bitcoin private. So is that right? 5 Nano. Am I looking at back to front? So 5, right, so $60 or so. Yeah, Michael, so many coins are heading for Coinbase. I think that's why they came out with that announcement this week where they said that nothing's going to be added. Nollis, I think I've decided where all the rigs will physically go at the moment. One is in the middle of my living room. Yeah, that's not ideal. I'll do them the same as you, and a master PC and remote agents. It's fairly easy to set up, and worst case scenario, like all the ones that I've got with the remote agents, I think I've got the awesome miner file there anyway, just to install if something went wrong. Left top to change pairs. Oh, right, sorry. Right, thanks for that. I was looking at Bitcoin, not right. In fact, it's got Bitcoin private there. I'll change it anyway, but yeah, that was Bitcoin private. But for Bitcoin, 1 Bitcoin gets you 730 Nano. What else? What's the other pairs? We got Litecoin. I was pushing that button and it was changing it. Ethereum. GRLC. Is that Garlic coin? What's GRLC? Nano could drop again. I'll need a pricier license since the 35 license only allows 4 miners. Yeah, but remember you can set up, like, how many rigs have you got in all this? Because you can set up, like, if you look at, if I go here, if you look at there, that's one worker, but it's actually 8 graphics cards. That's another 8 graphics cards. So there's 3 workers. And in fact, there is, between those 4 workers, I've got 28 GPUs. So it depends how you want to set it up. You know what I mean? You can set it up. More workers gives you more flexibility. That's what, you know, I can switch between profit miners and managed miners. And more importantly, I can do it via my phone. Which is fairly easy to do. Nicholas, should I buy 3 Titan X Maxwell cards for $1,550? The problem is that they're all in water blocks and I'd have to build a whole loop to use them. I don't think a Titan X was the old card, wasn't it? That was the one, or is that the one that's like the Star Wars one's the Titan X? Isn't it? The Titan X? I think it sounds like a good price. It sounds like a good price if I remember right. As long as Titan X was the one that's got, you know, like the Jedi, like the green and the red one. I'm sure, if I remember right, the Titan X, I believe that's the one that doesn't perform. I think it gets like 600 souls out the box, but then if you overclock it correctly, you can get more than a 1080 Ti, I think. I could be wrong there though, correct me if I'm wrong. Michael's feeling, having lost limbs, is that buying altcoins, especially smaller caps, is very risky during a bear market. It's catching a falling knife. Bitcoin's always a safe bet, I mean, at the end of the day, but Charlie Lee promoting Nano-Nanex and rumours it's likely to run out of steam. I mean, that is the worry with any influencer in the cryptocurrency niche, is that you know, if you are involved in cryptocurrency and you've got an audience, what you say can influence the price of the coins you hold, so that I guess there's a conflict of interest. But I don't know. And no, there's currently 2 mining rigs and a PC with 1 card. Right, so the PC with 1 card would be, well, no less, if you've got that, if that PC with 1 card is on all the time and it's the one that you use, then I assume that's where your main PC, like your main awesome miner would go, and the mining rigs will have the remote agent. So that's not too bad actually. You could have, well, you could manage that before workers. You could have 2 profit miners with your pools, another one for your PC with the 1 card, and the third one you could just, you know, pick one of them and say, right, I'll make that a dedicated one or something. It's not too bad. You can get away with that. It might be a bit overkill for mining though, especially this close to new cards being announced. That's a fair point. You need to think about the fact that how much will $1,500 buy you in like 2 or 3 months time. So has anyone got their tinfoil hat out yet and suggested to family friends the future of flipping from fiat to crypto? I really don't want to go down that rabbit hole with family or friends. And I mean, I said that to my brother. I was like, listen, if you've got any more savings after a certain point, you're as well putting some of it in, you know, hedging your bets, put some of it in Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. And he's like, no. I was like, right, okay. I'm not going to say anything, and then it goes down. Then you know, I'm getting phone calls. Sleepers left behind or pie in the sky. I think if you get money right now, is a very good investment to get into crypto. At least hedge some of your bets into crypto. I don't think there's a lot of people investing money they can't afford to lose into cryptocurrency. And that's not good either. That's not good, because then you can't make the right decisions if you're worried. You know, there's a lot of people, you notice that yourself, when cryptocurrency goes down, when Bitcoin goes down, you can tell that a lot of people have invested money that they can't afford to lose, and they were thinking about cashing out quickly. I'm trying not to think that way. I'm trying to think the money that I've got is almost like my retirement fund almost. You know, it's just money that I'll keep for the next few years. Crypto is such a minefield, and I try not to steer anyone into it. Yeah, it's is like you're going to get grief whatever happens. I saw someone post about that in cryptocurrency and Reddit once, and they said no one had a problem with me recommending them, you know, Bitcoin and stuff when it was going up and up and up, and yet it goes down a little bit and all of a sudden I'm the bad guy, and you're like, it's not worth it. It's a high risk market for sure, Mr. Z. Well, I think it is, but I think it's no more risky than investments in general. The Coinbase index for newcomers. Have you heard of this? No, I haven't actually. Anton is building first rig, his family's first rig. Right, so Coindesk. We'll search that for you, Michael. Coindesk index. I saw that, Michael. Oh, Coinbase. Right, I did hear about the Coinbase one. You said, I thought you said Coindesk. Sorry, that's my fault. Yeah, I read about the Coinbase one. Is this the one? It's basically, it's going to be like a portfolio of like Bitcoin and Ethereum and all that, and it's guaranteed growth over the year. But you have to deposit a certain, like at least $10,000 or not. Yeah, I did read about that. It's a 2% fee. Yeah, it does look quite. It looks like a safe bet. And it looks like this will attract a lot of people that wouldn't normally be attracted to cryptocurrency. Yeah, I think that would be a safe bet, especially with the people they've got involved in the industry. They obviously know what's going to happen and they can diversify and things like that. Economy wallet. Titan X Maxwell 2015 can produce about 500 sols according to Crypto Mining 24. So that is like a 1070 Ti, except it probably draws more electricity. You know, a 1070 Ti is 180 watts. Let me check that. Okay, let me see. Titan X. It's always great when someone asks a question and someone always says, oh, I don't know about that, but this is what mine gets. Nothing to do with it. Let me see. Demand for... It doesn't seem to be many. That's for Ethereum. Let's see what this one is. Titan X, 12 gigabyte. Definitely overkill. Stay with 1080s. There must be a website. Right, this one says about 730 to 740 sols for an overclocked and water-cooled Titan X. So that's at stock 680 to 690. Is that the version you were getting, or is it an older version? That's pretty good if you were buying them for $500 each, if it was that. Obviously new cards coming in a few months, but Anton Rich about 675 stock. I read somewhere about the same thing, Anton, that you can overclock them and get 800 sols. But I've not tried it myself. I don't know what watts they pull. But I mean, in the grand scale of things, if you're getting a few extra 100 watts, it would probably be worth it. I think the Coinbase index thing, it should hopefully attract people that, you know, weren't involved in cryptocurrency into the industry. It's like dipping your feet into it. You know, like it's like a safe approach to it. That's Titan X Pascal. Oh, Pascal, not Maxwell. Ah, right. Okay. So I'm looking at the wrong Am I looking at the wrong coin? The wrong GPU, sorry. So I'm talking about the 2015. So I'm looking at the wrong version. Souls. That's 2017 as well. I mean, what was it you said it was? Like 500? So it's effectively the... let's see. I was curious as to what the power was. Titan X, Maxwell, specs. Where's the... I'm curious, what's the electricity? Where's the power? 250 watts. Right, so it's the same as a 1080 Ti. So it's using more electricity than a 1070 Ti and a 1080, but it's giving you the same souls roughly. Ti is about the same price now as the Titan X. Right. 1080 Ti is the same price now. Right. The new Titan X, the one that's like the Star Wars one, they always kept that price high, wasn't it? You could only really buy it from the official website, and it was like $1,000 or £1,000. Failed to start miner process. Insufficient system resources exist to complete this requested service. Failed to start miner in diagnostics mode. What I would start off simple. Add a Bitcoin address for, say, hash pool or something, and then just click start, and it should hopefully see your 1060. As far as insufficient system resources, it should be able to find your 1060. I'm not sure why we come up with that. The knowledge, the hope for the new GPUs would be that not only would they be more powerful, but more power efficient. I would save money, meaning to have a greater number of powerful cards on a single PSU. Yeah, it's because the larger the PSUs are, the more expensive they get. Hi Joshua, welcome to the stream. Do you think this is a settings issue or a hardware issue? What I would do, see if you can download the NiceHash miner, run that and see if it works okay, just to rule out some sort of configuration with your 1060. If it works with the NiceHash miner, then it means that you're loading it. It could be something like it's failing to start because your miner's being caught up in the antivirus program or Windows Defender. There's a lot of different things that can come up like that. Insufficient system resources though makes me think maybe the graphics card's been assigned to something else, or try NiceHash and try and see if that's working okay. If that's working okay, then it could be just a configuration error, or maybe the miner is being blocked, so you have to add an exclusion in Windows Defender. What time is it with you, Joshua? Mr. Z, you can try and find GPU and Amazon warehouse deals for something less if you're lucky. They're used but come with a 2-year warranty. That's pretty good. I have read a lot of people being stung with Amazon returns though, like people saying that, you know, they buy because Amazon don't generally check what the returns are because it's not, you know, it takes time. So people have been sent like plastic boxes and, or, you know, missing graphics cards, and things like that. I see that kind of annoys me though, because I know that these. The thing is, I know Amazon is like a big heartless corporation that pays no tax and all that, but at the same time, you know, on the website Hot UK Deals, you see lots of people and they're like, I'm just going to buy this and then I'll return it next month and say it's broken, and you're like, you know what? That's a dick move, because I guess it's not as bad with Amazon, but like a lot of the smaller shops, they do it to the smaller shops as well, and you're like. It's people like, it's good that we've got customer rights, but you can't take the absolute piss out of it. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think people, you see a lot of people do it with clothes. They'll buy clothes and then return it and all that. I mean, people do it as if it's like a library where you can just pick them and, you know, buy something and then send it back. And I don't agree with that. especially knowing that's, you know, I know Amazon makes a lot of money, but the margins for some shops are pretty low. They pay their people a good rate. What are you talking about there, Anton? I know they don't pay their, Amazon don't pay their drivers a good rate, that's for sure. 10:80 in the morning. I'm in the shower with my girl and a coffee. Good start to the day. Joe says he does e-commerce and he gets a lot of bull crap on his personal web pages, but on eBay and Amazon, always some crap. Their hourly rate. I don't think that. Well, my friend was an Amazon driver for a while, and it was one of the worst jobs he's ever had in his life. It was like slave labor. They expect you to, you know, be like Superman with the times. If Bitcoin private moves up like 20% tomorrow, lots more people will see it on CoinMarketCap, and they fear it will because it's Bitcoin the name and will be top 50. I mean, I don't know if that's true because a lot of coins are dropped in price. It will go up though. I mean, when Bitcoin private is on major exchanges, we'll see the price going up. Just be patient. It will get there. I know this has annoyed a lot of people that were hoping for a quick flip, but I think when it gets to a proper exchange, it will do well. At least it will do better. I mean, I didn't know that Amazon paid that well. As far as I know, they don't pay that well. And there's lots of articles online with people, you know, they've got blisters on their feet because they're expected to walk 12 miles a night and all that. And I don't know. I'm sure some guys, it depends, maybe it depends what country you're in, but I know in the UK there's a lot of articles in the media. And I know from my friend driving that it's ridiculous what they expect them to do. He said that in a 10-hour shift you should probably only deliver like 70 parcels, and they're expecting you to deliver like 150, and people are working till like 10, 11 at night despite the fact, you know, they only get paid to 5 or whatever. Yeah, my friend that worked in the distribution centre, he's actually an engineer, but he was doing it rather than sign on when he lost his other job, and it was a nightmare. Michael Cole, all we need is a Roger Ver rebuttal complete with rage, middle fingers, and BTCB will go through the roof. Someone replied, did you see the comment back to my video about Roger Ver? To give a kind of conflicting statement on what I had said about Roger Ver and Bitcoin Core. It basically took the opposite position and said that he's right to call it the real Bitcoin and all that. And he says he's got many supporters. I'd love to hear your guys' opinion on that. Let me see, where was it? So right. So like my video, it wasn't really a personal attack against Roger Ver. It was more about the fact that I don't like what's happening with Bitcoin criticizing Bitcoin, and Bitcoin.com criticizing Bitcoin on Twitter and on Bitcoin.com. I'll put this up for you guys to read. So this is a comment I'm referring to. This guy left a comment today. Now I know he to be fair to him, it was a kind of respectful comment. He wasn't being a troll. He just disagreed with me. He wasn't rude. So, you know, kudos to the guy for that. You know, and he's got a different position on that, a different opinion. But he said many of us want to hear from Roger Ver. Bitcoin Core misled the community not into believing they were building Bitcoin as defined in the white paper, yet along they were building a Trojan horse. Bitcoin Core betrayed people like Roger, who gave his heart, soul and time and treasure to promote Bitcoin. Roger, like the majority of the earliest supporters of Bitcoin, wanted an instrument of non-violent war against the tyranny of governments and central banks. He was betrayed by the mutiny of the Bitcoin team, now taken over by greed, and killed everything people like Roger had dedicated his life to. Sounds a little bit dramatic, this, when I think about it, but anyway, they claim he did it for the money, but that's oxymoronic. He was already one of the largest holders of Bitcoin, so why would he do that? Open-minded person, motivated more by morals than money. How would you feel if a decade of your life? Right, that explains the bitterness. As for the name Bitcoin, Bitcoin was defined very clearly to be digital cash, but Bitcoin Core built digital gold instead. In addition, with the introduction of SegWit, they forked the essential design, leaving Bitcoin philosophical codebase, as it no longer meets the fundamental functional requirements, nor does it preserve the chain of on-chain signatures. It's no longer Bitcoin in name, function, or spirit. That is why Bitcoin Cash can credibly call itself Bitcoin, and the name Bitcoin Core is to define the team who destroyed the Bitcoin dream. You know, I sent a reply saying, listen, I've read the opposite, but I don't think I can. I need to look more into this. I don't want to go down the rabbit hole with him, because it, you know, clearly knows a lot about the subject. But I have read statements of people saying that all that isn't true and they believe the opposite. I don't know. I'll be honest, I don't care about it. If I'm honest, I don't care enough about it. It just seems petty to me to hijack the Bitcoin Twitter name and website to promote Bitcoin Cash and say that Bitcoin Core, what they call Bitcoin Core, isn't real. But and you know, these people obviously are very passionate about that situation. Bitcoin Cash is a big reason why the market went down the last few days, says Eric. Gigaload, Open Bazaar is a decentralized store like Amazon. One day, maybe Amazon will have a decentralized part. Like, hopefully, the blockchain tech will limit the scammers. Yeah, I mean, I think with any payment system, even if you are using cryptocurrency, you're going to have to pay a transaction fee or some sort of percentage if you want protection for buying, so that, you know, the seller doesn't rip you off. Anton says Bitcoin Cash follows zealots. Is that how you pronounce that? Zealots? I know that's a kind of religious term, isn't it? Check out Bunny Coin. Bunny Coin, that can't be serious. And Jim says, no, that's rubbish, because Bitcoin shows more security, more decentralized, less chance of miner attack, and less chance of control to sort cheaper and faster fees later. No one expected Bitcoin's growth. There's so much emotion in Bitcoin Cash. I saw one or two videos with Roger Ver, and he was just shouting at people. He seemed very angry. But I don't know enough about the subject. If you're interested in Bitcoin Cash versus Bitcoin, watch Richard Hart's debate with Roger Ver. Right, okay. It's a long time. Bittrex have still not given my Bitcoin private. Someone says that they'd got their money from Bittrex today. Bitcoin Cash is great for mining because of those reasons. This is the thing. I mean, you see this a lot. You've seen this in a lot. You see it in websites. You see it in organizations all the time. People have a disagreement and they go the other way, and then they become like mortal enemies of each other. You know, like I used to do Taekwondo when I was younger, and I did ITF, and ITF split from, you know, they split up from WTF because people disagreed on the way Taekwondo was going, and then from ITF, these people disagreed with ITF, and they started their own organization. And I think it gets to a point where there's, you know, too many cooks spoil the broth. We've got a lot of different people with a lot of different ideas, so you can't get everyone to agree on it, and everyone has a different interpretation of what it means. Look at religion. Do you know what I mean? Look at how many different variations of, you know, Islam or Christianity there is. Everyone's disagreeing on what the word of God is, and so everyone goes in a different direction. God, in my country, Catholics and Protestants hate each other more than they do any other religion, despite the fact the religions believe in the same God. It's insane. And you do see this same thing, you know, where people hate each other. They're fundamentally, I don't know, they just get it, they kind of comes a fork in the road, and people disagree, and they go, well, screw you, we're going this direction. And then everyone says that they're the true version, other people say they're not. I do like people like this though, leaving you know, like kind of sensible comments. You know, fair dues to the guy. He didn't turn up, and you know, he wasn't trolling, he wasn't rude, he just gave his opinion, and that's something I always want to have on my channel. So you know, if people disagree with him, fine, but at least he gave a sensible kind of rational response. A lot of people will disagree with him, but kudos for that, at least. Michael says he got Bitcoin private and Bittrex. Yeah, it was Michael that said that. I've also got Bitcoin wallets under maintenance. That maybe taking a few days to roll it out. Make sure you had if you had ZClassic at the snapshot, you will get it. I like the South Park war with the ASICs war in the future. We always find a way of fighting about anything. There's like a joke. I'm sure you guys know about the Troubles in Northern Ireland. And there's a joke where if you're in Belfast and someone asks you if you're an atheist, like, so, you know, so what, you Catholic or Protestant? You're like, well, I'm an atheist. But you're a Catholic atheist or a Protestant atheist. And that's kind of, you know, you get that with a lot, you know, they always want you to pick a side. And you're like, listen, I don't care. No, their science is wrong. South Park's great. South Park is great at parodying all that kind of thing. Eric says, sorry, I forgot half my message. $400 million in Bitcoin cash that was in cold storage was sold from a trustee from MT Gox. That's why the market dropped the last few days. Oh, I didn't realize it was just, I thought it was Bitcoin. I didn't realize Bitcoin cash was involved as well. Glasgow religious rivalry, best left. I don't care about all that. One of my parents is Catholic, one's Protestant. I grew up atheist. I don't care about any of it. Believe what you want to believe and, you know, leave me out of it. That's the way I look at it. Each to their own. Dave Allen used to say, I'm an atheist, so God help me. Dave Allen was quality. I've seen that clip on YouTube. Have you seen that clip with him? It's like with the £5 note under the £5 note under the car. Have you guys seen that? In fact, I could probably share that with you. You don't actually need to listen to the sound. Yeah, it's a fantastic. Right, so I'm going to show you this, guys. This is fantastic. I don't know if you, like, outside of the UK and Ireland, you guys might not be aware of this guy, but I grew up and he was kind of maybe at the tail end of his career when I was growing up, but he was a fantastic comedian. Really, really funny guy. So this is kind of, so it's a £10 note. So it's going to be on silent here, but don't worry, it doesn't really affect what you're seeing, you know, if you can't hear the volume. So there's a £10 note stuck under the car. It's pretty good, this. Yeah, when everyone, yeah, that's the one, Jim. That's the one. This is a kind of, it's kind of like Mr. Bean, this kind of comedy, where it appeals to everyone. It doesn't, you know, it doesn't matter culturally. Everyone can relate to this. I was actually thinking we should do that one day. Just sit watch videos together. Yeah, we've all done it. It's human nature, isn't it? I've not seen this clip in ages. This is like silent time when you're in school, isn't it? Put your head down and read your book and shut up. This looks old. I think this is maybe 70s. Maybe the 1970s, I think. Skip with the Bishop doing the iron. I don't know if I know that one. But there was a lot of great comedians in the UK back in the 70s and 80s, you know, a lot of classic kind of... See, back then as well, all the comedians in the UK, man, they weren't comedians, they were singers and dancers, they were everything. You know, it's not like they were... You know, it wasn't like they were just a comedian, they did everything. They were so talented. They played the piano. They played the guitar. I don't know how they did it. Renaissance men. Never thought you'd see this in a cryptocurrency channel, eh? Yeah, back then you had to be super talented. And a lot of the guys, like all the comedians and performers, they all came up through the clubs, or they all came up through radio. And it was like before they got on TV, like that's why I think a lot of them are older. Before they got on television, he's on his second cup of tea now. Before they got into television, they had to have like 20, 30 years experience. I always thought that was funny. I was watching Leslie Nielsen clips the other day as well. He's a legend. Right, guys, I'm going to tie it up soon because it's Saturday night and it's Mother's Day tomorrow. I'm going to have to buy something. Thanks for watching, guys. It's been fun. It's been a lot of fun. Just, you know, shooting the breeze with you guys. Again, if you've got any questions about mining, about crypto, about anything, you know, if you can leave a comment in one of my videos, and then, or you can wait for my next stream. I'll maybe try and do a stream tomorrow night or Monday night or something. Thanks for watching, guys. Yeah, Billy Connolly's the best. Dave Allen's story about the conversation between an atheist and a bishop was great too. I'll need to check those out. There's a lot of them I haven't seen. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I do appreciate it, and we'll do another stream soon. Please subscribe if you haven't already done so. I'll try and do a video tomorrow during the day, and I'll maybe do a stream at night or Monday night. No problem, Diane. No problem with the awesome miner. Best of luck with it. You should be able to figure it out. But if not, as I said, run NiceHash, and if you can't get NiceHash working, then it could be a problem with your virus settings or your graphics card or something. May the mining luck be with all of you. I agree, Mr. Z. Thanks. So, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. I hope you're all doing some fun tonight. Kev, you're not going to start your videos with an intro on your self-made millionaire success story, followed by a request for donations. Who's that guy? Who's that guy that starts, you know, he's advertising all the time on YouTube? He's just a marketer, and he apparently, you know, he's got the big house, he's got the glasses and all that. He's like a multi-level marketing kind of guy. I think he is. See you, Kevin, becoming a big fan. Thanks, man. Yeah, be sure to sign in again next time. Yeah, there's so many of them. I can't remember. There's a few guys, you see them and they do the adverts before videos. You know, when my channel's monetized, there might be guys that I hate advertising on my videos before my videos. Like people I don't agree with, promoting stuff I don't agree with. But I think a lot of the marketers are based in America. Yeah. That's the thing, I don't think you can really control. I don't know how. I'll need to look into it whether you can control who promotes in your channel, because if any of the guys were promoting anything dodgy, I'd want to stop that. But we'll see how it goes. Right, guys, have a fantastic weekend. Thanks for watching. This has been 3 hours and 17 minutes. I didn't realise it was that long. It's been great chatting, and I'll chat to you all very soon. Probably I'll do some videos tomorrow, and maybe tomorrow night or something. All the best, guys. Thanks again, and I'll speak to you all tomorrow probably. Right, guys, good luck, and hope all your coins go up in price. Here's hoping for a good week. All the best, guys. Cheers.